Gentlemen,
Hey.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. This morning, I went to McDonald's to get my kids some
Mm-hmm.
breakfast, and there
Talk
was
to him.
5 or 6 cars that they just had pull up. Why do you have a drive-through if you're not even gonna give people their food at the window anymore?
Oh, they tell you to pull around and wait.
Everybody. Here, can you go to number one? Can you go to two? Hey, can you pull
Yeah, I
up
was
right
just
there?
to
Can you?
say
What the
they
fuck
got
do you?
To
seven
parking spot
seven
number 7,
spots.
please.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They should just eliminate it and just it's all
You know
I
order
think
through
it's
that.
because
you know what's worse
DoorDash
than that?
and stuff
Uh
like that.
what's worse than that is like sometimes I'll go to McDonald's and only order a damn drink. And they'll be like, "Could you pull forward?" I'm like,
Bro, just
Let me
give me
pull
some
forward,
dog,
please.
ice and a
big dog.
drink.
I ordered
It's
a damn
coffee,
drink.
ice, and syrup.
Yeah,
My guy,
that's what I'm
what are
saying.
we doing?
Bro, we didn't even get anything extravagant either. Like, I understand if you have to drop some fresh food. Bro, we got the big breakfast, the kids split it, a McGriddle, and an egg McMuffin. And yeah, hey, can you pull behind it? Why?
Just
Why?
pull forward.
Why?
Listen,
Sir, just pull
there's a lot
forward.
of things
Okay.
about McDonald's that need discussing, and that's one of them, man. The other one is their damn prices are ridiculous.
Hey, they
Jesus
they
Bro,
brought
Christ,
back
it
the value
is.
meal
did they?
What value?
ish. Yes, kind of.
I was like,
I don't
what
eat a
value?
lot of. I ain't gonna lie. I don't eat outside of
Who does?
breakfast. I don't eat a lot of it, but
I'm gonna say
they
who
Yeah,
did say they
does.
brought the value menu back or some shit like that.
bro,
It
I
was
don't like
like
them
the
because
Big Mac or the quarter pounder value
Probably
menu.
good for
I don't
people's health. You remember whenever a
I don't
double
fucking
cheeseburger
like
was
that,
$1, you could get 17 for $17
Oh,
and just die?
a
bro.
McDouble, bro.
Yeah.
They
They ain't telling no lies.
they took away the damn snack wrap at $1.49 and brought it back at $2.99.
And it's cheeks. I'm not even gonna
What a
lie, it's
bunch of
cheeks.
fucking
Yep.
assholes!
It's cheeks. It's not even that good like it used to be. It's just a
No, it's
big
not,
long piece of turd chicken crisp chicken tender and that's it. Like it's not even
Imitation chicken at that, not even
yeah.
real chicken.
Yeah. I honestly I just
Chicken
sound like
with rib meat.
I sound like a bitter old man, so we can go. I had it was on my
Oh,
mind and
dude.
what's up?
Speaking of bitter old men, when Taylor and I left the game yesterday, uh, we were you know how traffic in Norman is a shit show after the games. It
Yes,
takes like an
absolutely.
Yes,
hour to
big
get from
time.
Norman to Moore.
Yeah.
Anyways, we were trying to get out, and these people wouldn't let any of the cars from our alley out into the main road. So this chick from Auburn got out, and she went and found a construction vest, and she started playing the traffic,
Oh my
you know.
God. No.
And dude, this old man pulled up on her and damn near ran her over. And then she let like seven cars out, and then took the vest off and ran and got into her truck. She was like two cars ahead of us. And this old man, he had to have been in his 90s, bro. Rolled the window down, stuck the head out the window, and was like, "Bitch." That's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
That's crazy. She's
Bitch.
lucky he didn't just fuck.
Oh
But
man,
yeah,
yeah. Anyways,
old man. I wanted to start it off because obviously we've had some sports going on this weekend. I wanted to start off with some would you rather's. So I'm gonna ask you guys something. You guys tell me what you would rather do. I have four of these hoes, right? And we'll start off real slight. All right. Would you rather have everyone know your internet history or everyone know all of your thoughts?
I'll go thoughts. That's just playing it
I'm
safe.
going internet history. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
I'm going thoughts.
I'm
I
going
mean,
inter-
I'm probably gonna go thoughts myself.
man. I'm going internet history because I
the
be
only reason I'm going thoughts is because I'm not a crazy person.
I
So
am I'm very crazy and my internet history will show that as well. But okay, it's like okay. Would
I'm
you?
Googling like food places. Like that's, cooking tutorials. I'm not going crazy on that, but
Okay, so then why wouldn't you give up your internet history then?
because it's a long history, brother. Okay.
So is
It's a
your thoughts
long,
though. So is
it's
your
a
thoughts.
long
If you
history.
give up your thoughts, bro, you're giving up every thought that you've ever thought.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I give up my thoughts because my thoughts are less caring and forgiving
Demented.
than
You know what
me.
I mean?
Like, and I
Y'all,
feel
why? What
like
y'all be looking up, bro? Two
I feel
girls and a
like
cup was a
Nothing.
long time ago.
Nothing. Now.
bro,
Nothing
two girls
That's
in
what
a
now.
I'm
cup was
saying.
legendary.
Yeah, man, that shit's crazy. All right,
Nothing now, but
would
there's a
you?
past.
So there's a pass with your thoughts too, but Would you rather be chased by a giant chicken or 100 small chickens?
How
Hmm.
small are these chickens?
Just
What are
regular
we
sized
talking about?
chickens.
Like regular sized chickens,
Regular
but
sized
that's not
chickens.
small.
Okay,
Mm,
regular size and 100 regular size or a giant chicken. We're talking Godzilla size.
nah, give me the 100. I mean,
I'd feed
yeah.
some families. I would feed.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
killing a lot of
probably
chickens.
I'm
Killing a
probably
lot
running
of
away
small
from the
chickens.
Yeah,
probably running away from the big bastard. I can hit more corners against the
I
big
don't
bastard.
know. It's crazy because you got to
Nah,
think, man.
man, chickens are agile, bro.
But it's
Man,
I don't
like
know.
it's like, would you rather deal with one spider or 100 ants? I mean,
100 ants.
the
I'm
numbers
stomping the
going to kick your
shit
ass,
out of
dude.
those ants.
Yeah. Well, it
Regular
depends
size, I'm
what
stomping
kind
them.
of spider too. If it's a giant spider, give me the ants. But okay. Would you rather get caught stealing or get caught lying?
Stealing.
Stealing.
Yeah, same.
Everything's always worse when you're caught lying.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
always
Stealing's easy.
magnifies the ass whipping.
Not even just
Stealing's
that.
easy. I can always give it back and say I'm sorry.
Yeah. I just
And
had a
be
lapse of
lying,
judgment.
yeah, and be lying when I say that I'm sorry about the stealing.
And depending who you're lying to, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Oh,
It's over
oh
with.
yeah.
It's over with. All right.
Consequences are crazy.
Facts. Last one. Would you rather have an unlimited budget for food, but only eat in your home city, or an unlimited travel budget, but not be able to eat the local food? Essentially, would you rather have an unlimited budget to eat in Oklahoma, or would you rather have an unlimited budget to eat everywhere where else besides Oklahoma?
Everywhere else.
Yeah,
Everywhere
I'm
else.
eating everywhere else. Fuck Oklahoma
Yeah.
food.
Oklahoma makes
Wait,
good
wait,
barbecue. That's about it.
wait, hold on.
I'm going down to San
Wait,
Antone for some Mexican food. I'm going out
no,
northeast
hold
for
on,
some crab legs.
hold on. But that doesn't mean to say that you can necessarily. Oklahoma has more than just barbecue.
I
Like
said they only.
if we're judging
I
off
was
of
just.
that, like,
You're
are you
right.
talking about food that are native to like? Because I can go to the South Side and get some good ass Mexican food. I'm not, and but how you phrase
Could
the
you survive on
second part.
Oklahoma food forever?
What do you consider Oklahoma food?
Oh, shit that's cooked in Oklahoma. Could you go to Texas and be like, I can't eat shit here? Oh, well, shit, we going to vacation on Florida. Can't eat here.
Ah, shit. We going
That
down to
see,
fucking New Orleans. Can't
Yeah,
have no
can't fucking
gumbo.
have no gumbo.
but yeah, but that's how you phrase the second part is that you can travel anywhere, but you can't eat their food.
An
I would
unlimited
rather eat
travel budget, but not be able to eat the local food, like food places in Oklahoma. You can't have no Brahms no more. You can't have no fucking Sonic no more. You can't have fucking shit that's in Oklahoma
No more
exclusively,
Taco
essentially.
Mayo.
Yeah, you're cooked, son.
give me option A, please. Just give
You
me
want to
option
be
A.
stuck eating here.
That's fine because people move here.
I mean, that's
That's just
cool,
wild.
but
That's wild to me.
Think of that
To,
logic.
it's
that's
wild to
wild.
me to
That's wild.
not to choose Oklahoma places of establishment over being able
No,
to
no,
travel
it's
anywhere
just
you want.
choosing. It's just choosing to eat whatever comes here, and my budget's limitless. Versus traveling to a place and not being able to eat their food. That's
Yes.
that's yeah, that's pointless. Like, why am I gonna go to New Orleans and have no Cajun food? What am I gonna go to McDonald's while I'm in New Orleans? That's
That's what
stupid.
the fuck we're saying. Why would you eat the local food,
Yeah.
meaning Oklahoma? We're saying we would take the unlimited budget for food outside of Oklahoma. I would DoorDash some shit from Houston and send the shit to Oklahoma because my budget's unlimited. I don't care. Bring that shit up here and I'm gonna give you a tip, whatever you want, pause. I'm gonna give you however much money you want, and then we'll be fine
Maybe,
because my
maybe,
budget is unlimited.
maybe I'm not thinking of the way that you were
You're not
phrasing it. I
thinking
I'm
was
taking
confused.
option A.
That's
I'm
my
quitting
bad.
my job and becoming a truck driver.
Man. Oh, bro, yeah. And just eating
Driving all over
wherever.
the
Yeah,
place.
I'm
bro.
gone, bro.
I'm gonna gain 500 pounds. I'm gonna gain 500 pounds. It is what it is. All right. Well, cool. Off the would you rather, gentlemen, how much early week 3 football did you watch? And did y'all see how wild this week was?
Yes, and yes. I've watched a lot of football. Week was crazy. Um, Clemson's not for real. If we're just gonna start with college
NFL,
football.
NFL. Let's start
Oh,
NFL and then we'll go
NFL,
college. Yeah,
NFL
I got
only.
some shit on
Uh,
Dabo, but yeah,
I mean, let's talk about multiple block field goals. multiple over 2 games, basically. You got that going. Not only that, returning block field goals for touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. What crazy game. Philly should have lost that game like 2 times over. Just the lead. Just the lead. Jalen Hurts was playing bad. They weren't able to run the ball. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they were like, you know what?
Turn
Let's
up.
give let's give everybody some cushion in the secondary. He can't really pass like that. And then he shows once again,
Yeah,
yeah, I can kind
he's
of
a winner.
I'm about this shit.
Yeah.
I
You know
mean,
what he
don't
did
get me
was
wrong.
the exact same thing Josh Allen did a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
He
I'm not
just
gonna
got
lie,
everything all game.
big luck. Big luck on blocking 2 field goals. If that doesn't happen, they don't win the game. But
But it
that being
did.
said, yeah, that being said, willing them to even get into that position, huge. As far as the hitch, as far as the Jalen Hurts doubters go. But that's just me, just off the
I
top of my head.
I've got a few. Number one, Danny fucking Dimes, bro.
No, no, no,
Who
no.
is
That's
this
not.
man?
That is not his
I mean,
nickname anymore.
I know,
Indiana
It's
but
Jones.
Indiana
in
Jones.
it,
Okay.
Indiana Jones. My bad. Either way, dude, the Colts, man. Nobody would have ever
Nobody's.
pictured Colts Titans. Obviously, the Titans and the AFC South. I mean, everybody's dead on about the Titans, but nobody would have put the Colts up there with the chance in the division. And they look way better than Jacksonville and Houston. That's number one. The fucking Panthers, bro.
They put it on.
Put it on, Atlanta.
Crazy work.
They
Jesus
had to bring
Christ,
Nobody
Kirk
expected that
Bangs
either.
in. I
bro.
didn't. I definitely
Had to
didn't.
do
Man.
some. Had to do
And
some.
then Baker Mayfield doing Baker Mayfield things again. Man, that's
Yep.
I
They
don't
Put him in
almost
know.
sold.
position to win the game.
They almost
It's
After
it's
sold.
they almost tricked it off. Yeah.
it's his clutch gene is crazy to me. Like he had it in college, and I don't feel like I've ever seen it really in the league. But he was so clutch at OU when he needed to be. And this is like watching OU Baker to me with the Bucks. When he plays well, defense gives up a lead, and then he goes down the field like a hot knife and butter, and finds a way to win the game. Good for Baker Mayfield. I'll continue to vouch for Baker, man, because I was one of the few that thought he would do what he did in college in the league, which he's not necessarily, but the fact that he's success and he's one of the better quarterbacks at this point, that makes me happy for him. The man had to find Christ though.
Man, he had to
Uh,
find something.
He
and
had to
then
pray to something to change something.
and then Jesus Christ, guys, man, Carson Wentz, dude, let's go. Oh, by the way, that Vikings had a player that had two long ass returns for touchdowns
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the first
punched the
half,
ball
bro.
out and
Yes.
just cribbed it. Yeah, right before half.
Yeah.
I think the Bengals fumbled twice with like a minute and 30
hmm
left. Yeah,
Just
That's crazy.
I can't
there's
believe
a
the Bengals were
reason
2-0.
why. I mean, there's a reason why the Vikings, I guess, cut Jake Browning after that shit he was talking a couple years ago.
I think the
Did
Vikings
not
are
look
happy
good
too because before, I mean, I think Jettas had what doubled his catch rate
Yeah,
just this week
Carson was
because
firing
with,
that
with
thing
yeah,
up.
five, with
yeah,
five, yeah,
575.
five
That's
catches.
that's back.
Yeah,
Yeah, because before
that's
that,
good numbers.
JJ was throwing shit in the dirt, and I mean, 48-10, you go to Dublin next to play Pittsburgh. Who
hmm
Yeah.
knows? I mean, y'all played good with Sam Darnold last year. Maybe Carson Wentz can give y'all some of that veteran presence. Uh-oh, NFL
Oh,
young
Well,
boy.
I'm not
NFL
gonna
young
lie.
boy,
Fuck George Pickens.
I'm not gonna
and
lie,
shit.
man.
Shout out to
The
the Steelers getting the late dub
I,
as well,
I
bro.
I don't even want to talk about that.
fucking Marlon, I'm gonna apologize, man.
For what?
You know what I'm fixing to apologize for,
I don't know.
bro. Brian Thomas, man. This man has so many
Hey,
drops.
hey.
Trevor could not throw any like. There was about six of them I saw in today's game. One of them was like a 50-yard jump ball he had and dropped it himself. The defender didn't even. I mean, he's got balls hitting him in the hands, right in front of his, like right in the chest, and
Mhm.
he's just dropping everything. maybe the big catch he had to kind of put him in position to score the go ahead
Yeah, that
touchdown
was
today.
Yeah,
nice. That was nice.
that was a good post
Maybe
route.
that gets it out of his head, or maybe he starts to kind of take off from here. But god damn, dude, what I saw today, I was like, oh
Now
my
I don't know what
god,
to do with my hands right now.
this
Car handle
bro,
real good,
give
and
this man some stickum, man.
There was a mid off today because it was like the Texans wanted to win for a little bit, and CJ Stroud was like, "Here, Jacksonville, take
nah,
it," and
No,
then y'all
yeah,
get the ball back, and
yeah,
Trevor would be like, "Nah, I don't want it back."
no, yeah.
nah,
Yeah, it
yeah,
was a good. I
Defense
mean,
looked good
honestly,
though.
yeah, I was gonna
yeah.
say it was actually a good dub for Jacksonville. Um, honestly,
Had to have it, man. Two and
yeah,
one's a
for
lot better than one
real,
and two,
especially with the
Yep.
division, because like we said,
bro.
Indiana Jones has them boys in Indianapolis cooking, and for y'all to stay close, and what the Texans are 0-3.
0-3,
Yeah.
Ooh,
crazy. Who would
Yeah.
have ever thought that?
Came
yeah.
out of nowhere like a RKO with the Indianapolis Colts.
Ooh,
Nobody thought that that was gonna happen.
nobody
He
knows.
knows that's man. It's it's like week by week. I think they're aren't they like the highest scoring team in the league right now?
Who the Colts?
Yeah,
I don't
week to
probably.
week. I
You
mean,
could sell me on it. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but you would sell
I
me
mean 41, 33, and
if you told me
uh
that Indiana Jones was winning the MVP right now. I would believe it because he's out here
super early
cooking,
MVP
bro.
candidate.
He is cooking, and then obviously Jonathan Taylor is just. He was like, y'all must have forgot. Y'all must have forgot.
Just dot, bro. Nobody. I don't think anybody saw that coming. Well, not like he would play bad. I will say that. Not like he would play bad, but it was like you're a good running back on
Bad team,
a bad
essentially.
team.
He was
You know what I
Saquon
mean?
with the Giants, and then they actually turned it
Mhm.
around,
And
which is
then
crazy
yeah,
because
Fellas,
they hit both had Daniel Jones.
somebody needs to
yeah.
somebody needs to go ahead and make a phone call to social services because Seattle's up there putting a belt to New Orleans ass.
Yeah, bro.
Jesus
They scored like
Christ,
14 points within the
30,
first 2 minutes.
bro, 35-3 with
35.
2 minutes left in the first half.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Belt to ass.
Ooh. Hey, Bo Nix is out here struggling. I will say, Isaiah, y'all are 0-3, right?
Yeah. All right. Hold
Did
on.
NBA Youngboy just score? Or NFL Youngboy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck! Barry has him. But what I will say is for the
Barry doesn't have
Steelers
him. I do.
in the ESPN league?
Yeah.
Oh
I have
shit.
I I have NFL YoungBoy and Dakota Prescott
No, sir.
in our Chandler League. Yes, I do.
Oh, thank you, Jesus. Okay. I feel so much better.
So I
Anyways,
was like, yeah.
all right. I feel so much better. I think Borrego has him. So, but Steelers game 14-21. Rodgers throws a touchdown to Calvin Austin to pretty much seal it. It's one of those
Mhm.
games where the Steelers win the game, and I'm not happy.
Mm.
That five turnovers. First of all, Ramondre Stevenson, you better learn Chinese, Bucko, because it does. You fumble on the opening series. You get a good run and nobody punches it out. You just get tackled and drop the ball. Then you guys finally get momentum after you're down 14 to nothing. You guys have all the momentum and it's 14 to 14 at the 1 yard line and you fumble.
Mhm.
You're never
Didn't they?
After
touching the
the
field
week
again.
that he had last
Didn't
week too, which was
didn't Gerard
crazy.
Mayo after week one? Didn't he cut? No, that was the Jets. Never mind. The Jets cut their return man from like the last 5 years because he fumbled
Yeah,
one return
against the
in week
Steelers.
one.
Yeah.
He was like, "We will
Yeah.
not
Yep.
have people costing us games."
Ramondre Stevenson should be cut because there's no
Yeah,
shot. Obviously, so they had five turnovers. Drake May threw an interception right before half because Cam Hayward tipped the ball. So that's one of those, okay, it happens. Drake May fumbled, not a good play,
Yep.
not a good look. Antonio Gibson fumbled, but
Hmm.
Ramondre Stevenson cost him the game.
Yep.
Bucko may, I mean, he's going to be on the roster because they gave him a little bit of a chunk, but
Give him some cheddar. They did.
you can't fumble the ball like that and stay in the NFL, my guy. And for the Steelers, like I don't know if y'all can go to Twitter and watch it. Rodgers threw a fucking laser to the defense and hit Robert Spillane right in the hands. So it's one of those where it's like They beat the Patriots. I don't think the Patriots are a good team. I don't want
Hmm.
to take it as like, whoa, you got to win ugly sometimes because it's like you guys have played ugly. The offense still has not had 300 yards offense. The defense got torched, but New England just couldn't hold on to the ball. I don't know what the Steelers are, but I will say Colin Cowherd had a segment on the Herd this year or this week, and he said the Steelers team will be ranked based on 5 games. The Ravens, the Chargers, the Packers, the Lions, and the Bills. Steelers, if you are not able to win any of those games, you have not progressed. You have not gotten any better. And at that point, it's crazy to say this. If they go 0 and 5 in all of those games, fire Mike Tomlin. Get him the fuck out of town.
You guys got the Packers at home or in Lambeau?
Let me check. Cortland Sutton, let's fucking go. Let me check the schedule.
I'm looking now.
Either
I'm
way,
looking.
it's
You
hard
got the.
because I don't think they can block Micah.
They're
So
going to Minnesota, to
no,
Cleveland.
the
No,
Minnesota
no,
game
no.
is in
They're
Dublin.
staying. Sorry. Yeah.
God,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hate
So
Cortland Sutton so
Uh,
much.
it's at
it's
Pittsburgh.
in Pittsburgh
Yeah,
Oh,
it's in
okay.
at the end of
Pittsburgh.
Well,
October.
listen,
Then they go
they
to
didn't look really
Cincinnati.
good in Cleveland today. So
They
if
did
you got a
it,
52
chance, watch
but
them.
yarder.
they did it. But I will say this: Cleveland's defense is better than Pittsburgh's.
People, yeah.
They
They
TJ had 2 sacks today. This is TJ's first sack in 6 games.
and a
People
fumble
love
recovery, right? You
Yes,
got that too.
people love to say that like, oh, well, TJ's not making stats because he's getting double teamed. What the fuck do y'all think that Micah Parsons and Miles Garrett is getting? Do you think that teams are just like, oh, we can single block Micah Parsons and we'll be fine? No, they're all
He
getting
got
double
lit
teamed
up
today.
though
Hey,
today though.
yeah, but I think
Clinch
Cleveland's
shot.
defense is better. Green Bay, hey, they struggled. Hey, it is what it is, right?
Hmm.
They could, they can, you know what I'm saying? They can but I'm saying out of those 5 games, that's where we'll learn the truth about the Pittsburgh Steelers. Are they what they've been for the last 5 to 7 years? And if that's the case, what other NFL head coach do you guys know that could be the standard of mediocrity and keep their job?
Standard of mediocrity and keep their job.
Jeff Fisher, Marvin Lewis, Tony Dungy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what Mike
yeah,
Tomlin
that's
has turned
yeah.
into.
Yep. Yep.
And it's sad, like it pains me to say it because I love him as a head coach, but you underperformed with the Killer Bees era. You had
Hmm.
one of, if not the best wide receiver in the league. You had a top 5
Hmm.
quarterback, and you had a top 5 running back with a top 5 offensive line. You get your shit pushed in one year in the AFC Championship by the Patriots. Then the next year, you have a home playoff game against Blake Bortles, and you give
Let's
up
go.
40.
You
40.
sell.
40. Since then, you have not won a playoff game. You guys to go. If you can't prove to me that you can get any better, the Steelers have 11 or 12 draft picks next year. Go get you an offensive minded head coach.
Yeah.
If
Gotta
Tomlin
get a
can't turn it
lot.
around,
Yeah.
and use that to game plan on what you need because the offensive line has been horrible and it's going to continue to be horrible and it has been horrible and they haven't been able to fix it. You know who can fix it? An offensive minded head coach.
You know the crazy thing, and this might be a hot take. I don't know. Uh, I don't really think Tomlin's ever done anything like with his own developed personnel. He won
Oh,
his Super Bowl with Bill Cowher's guys.
yep.
Guys that came in with Bill Cowher were grown into football with Bill Cowher and that hard nosed style of that grit and grind shit that they do up in what Pittsburgh's known for. But you know, I don't know. I don't feel like. I mean, they did have the Killer Bees, which were his guys, but again, like you said, underperformed. Great regular
Mhm.
season, just couldn't get to the promised land. But
Real quick, let me
I
cut
mean,
you off too.
since
The Killer Bees era, that whole offense, that was schemed by Bruce Arians. Bruce Arians was the
Yep.
offensive
uh,
The
coordinator for
OC.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Yep.
He was the OC
And
then.
oh,
he
okay,
was the one who wanted AB. He wanted Emmanuel Sanders. He wanted Marquise Pouncey. He wanted all of those guys. And he got them. and then they
Yeah.
ran his ass out of town. And
Mhm.
the defense has continued to go downhill ever
Yeah.
since they ran Dick LeBeau out of town.
I'm just gonna say that that old Duval County is
Duval.
responsible for this downfall. But it's facts, man.
Duval.
I'm sorry we had to ruin
It
your
was
whole
one
franchise,
man. It
man.
was one man. One
Actually,
man.
you want to know
One
you want
sound.
to know where this started? 2011, February 11th, 2011.
Green Bay.
No.
Is that Green Bay, baby?
No,
Isaiah
that
had
was
watched the game,
20
the Steelers all playoffs with me, and
was
the
that
Steelers had been,
2012?
yeah, yeah,
No, it
yeah,
was
yeah, 20, yeah.
2011.
The Steelers had been clapping cheeks, right? Isaiah had watched every game with me. Super Bowl comes up, Isaiah gets plans.
Oh, fucking plans, Isaiah. Are
I
you kidding
went
me?
with my I went I was still in high school. I went with my church to watch it at somebody's house.
Oh yeah, how's that going
And
for you now?
well, for
You sold
Marlins
on
team,
me.
it's not
Yeah,
going
you
good at
sold.
all. They haven't won a Super Bowl since.
And that's why
And
Mike
neither
McDaniels
have
is about to get fired.
and my team's never won a Super Bowl since I've been alive. But it's okay. My mom got to witness two of them. That's fine. I'll live with
Hey,
that.
hey, I don't want to be that guy, but Isaiah, you know who's responsible for y'all's downfall and destruction?
Also, the
Uh,
Jaguars.
The Jaguars.
he said the Jacks.
Yeah, y'all
Yeah,
basically killed Dan Marino, yeah.
Yeah, that's
no,
it.
they sent Dan
63
Marino
seven
into
into
they
Retired.
sent
retirement,
Dan
baby.
Marino into retirement.
Hmm.
That's like the biggest gap in a playoff game in NFL
Yeah.
The
history.
Jaguars.
That was when Fred Taylor broke
History.
the record for longest playoff touchdown run from scrimmage.
The Jaguars are like I'm trying. They're like really they're like LSU because you got to cheat them to beat them in the
Bro.
playoffs, bro. Because that was it. The Frank Wycheck bullshit. The throwback on the kickoff return was that? No, that was the Bills. That
No,
was
that
against
was
the
the
Bills.
Bills.
Yeah,
Okay.
No, the Titans
uh,
the Titans just beat the shit out of us in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
AFC
that's right.
Championship.
Okay, but
They just kicked our ass.
the
Well,
Patriots definitely cheated
that
them.
year, the Titans were the Jags only lost 3 games that whole year, 2 in the
Yeah.
regular season, both the goddamn Titans, and then
Hmm.
the AFC Championship.
Hmm.
That's why if there's a place on this beautiful planet that could just be exterminated, it'd be Tennessee. I
Yeah,
could live without Tennessee forever.
man. Well, speaking of Tennessee, they got clapped. Uh,
Bro, Calvin Ridley, god dang it.
yeah, yeah. I can't believe you sold, picked him. But I mean, we talked about Indiana Jones, but I don't know what the Titans are supposed to do because the Cam Ward pick six, that was horrible.
well, yeah,
That was
well, their
bad,
team is
bro.
horrible. So, I mean, I almost
No,
want
what's
Cam
crazy is
Ward
I
to
don't.
do better, but everything else around them is just so bad.
Are they that?
Yeah.
Are they that bad though in the offensive skill position? I don't know what their defense is like, but I know their offensive line is absolutely horrendous.
Their
But
defense is
Yeah,
actually
I
not
mean,
bad.
you got Tony Pollard, you got Calvin Ridley, who I think is good. I mean, I don't know who else you have. You got two guys though. I mean,
you
hey,
got Chig Okonkwo, Elik Ayomayor, uh,
trash.
ch- exactly. They
I
don't
am
have much.
If Cortland Sutton scores again, I'm sorry to interrupt. I am putting absolute belt to ass to Barry
Bro,
right now. And just because I said that he's gonna beat me, but Cortland Sutton is cooking. And this keep
I
in
don't
mind,
know. 20
Jaden
fucking
Daniels is my
points.
starting quarterback. I had to put him on the bench.
I had to
Jamar
bench
Chase,
him.
my number one pick. I had the number one pick in this league. He ain't done shit this year yet.
I mean, he had didn't he? Did they have a good week one? Didn't he have a good week one? No, week
Nope.
two. He had a good week two when
Yeah,
Browning
yeah.
came in.
He
Yeah, he had
played
a
the
good week two.
Jaguars and he
Bro, in Faison's
fucked up.
league, I sat Cortland Sutton in favor of Torrey McMillan. What an idiot. This
Oh
man's got
wow.
20
I
points at
almost
halftime.
did. I had Ted McMillan starting and I was
McMillan
gonna
is
have Garrett
bro.
Wilson was gonna start. And then
He's
I was like,
he
wait, Tyrod starting? Let me
he's
put
like
Garrett
low
Wilson.
hanging fruit, bro. Like
Yeah.
McMillan,
Yeah.
like because he gets such a high target share in Carolina, and there's not really a
Yeah,
lot else.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley's low hanging fruit,
Yeah.
and
he should.
I
Yeah,
took it,
draw
but God dang it,
every
man.
target.
Yeah. I feel that. I
Ugh.
feel that. I feel
Yeah.
that.
God, Cincinnati fucking sucks, and Jacksonville lost to them. God damn it.
Yeah, but yeah,
I
but y'all at
mean, you
least got Joe Burrow in the
can.
first half.
Yeah. No, I mean that is true.
What do
Let's
y'all
see.
think?
We
What like for Cincy? If you were in Cincy right now, what would you do?
I would sell at least two of my skill positions
Which
and
two?
try and get some fucking
O
linemen.
line help.
Yes, Jesus Christ. They
Okay,
have
can
everything
we
else.
Well,
can
which
we
two would you sell?
revisit
I would probably do
Chase
man,
Brown?
Chase Brown for sure. You can't get rid of
I
Jamar Chase, man. The
I
T
T
I mean,
Higgins.
yeah,
Yes, but it
It's
would be
Trey
harder to
Bait.
move. It would be harder to move T. Higgins because he just signed. So you're
yeah.
asking a team
I
to
think
take a bunch of.
Gasecki. I think
No,
Gasecki in like
stop
a
it.
fifth.
Fuck.
I'm looking at what they have. They don't have a whole lot.
Well, they should have
They should
traded Trey
not.
Hendrickson.
Yeah, they should not. They should
But
not
they let
use
everybody
any
else walk.
any cap or draft pick on anything that's not an offensive lineman after
Yeah,
this year.
they went all
Okay.
defense this year, but even they should have traded Trey Hendrickson because obviously they gave him a 1 year deal and he's probably going to walk in the
Yeah.
offseason. Why don't
Yep.
you get
It's the
some
rental.
compensation?
Yeah,
Everyone was saying like, "Oh, well, you can't get rid of him. He's led. If you look at his
He led the
sacks in
league in
2020,
sacks last year.
they're trash."
They have no secondary.
And
They
now
look
Joe Burrow has been sacked in 15 less games than Andrew Luck. He's
yeah.
been sacked almost 20 or 30 times more than Andrew Luck did. And Andrew Luck retired early.
Yeah,
okay.
he was
Let
like,
me let
"Fuck
me.
this."
Andrew Luck retired 6 years ago.
No, yeah, but I'm saying like in their first whatever amount of
Yeah.
games.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Okay.
Yeah.
it's their
Well.
first 4 seasons or 5 seasons or
Well.
some shit
Yeah.
like that.
Well. Let
And
me. Let
Andrew Luck
me.
played 15 more games than him, Isaiah, and he still was sacked. And we watched Andrew Luck get cooked,
I think it
son.
was.
He
I
was
think it was
getting
Oh.
like.
cooked.
I
Well.
think it
Hold
was
on.
like
Let
Andrew
me.
Luck was sacked 201 or 174 times, and Joe Burrow's been sacked 201 times
Yes.
Let
in
me.
the
Let me
same amount
bring
of
it.
games.
Let me bring this up because it was
Cooked him.
confusing to me when it happened. How much better do you look at it? Like butterfly effect, hindsight being 2020. The Bengals passed on Panay Sewell to get Jamar Chase. How much better does Panay Sewell look for them to draft now versus when they got Jamar Chase?
I think they would be worse. I think the Jamar Chase pick is what made their offense splash. But I
They
also
already
think,
had T. Higgins, they had Tyler Boyd. I
hey,
think
do you
th-
if you stack up
Joe
Tyler
Mixon
Boyd
was
and
there.
put him on top, you throw all three of them on top of each other, pause. They are not Jamar Chase.
I understand that from an overall perspective, but protecting your biggest asset on the entire now,
I
granted,
hey,
they
you
made a
you
Super
want me to give
Bowl.
you a fucking hot take out of hot takes? No Jamar Chase. Joe Burrow is looked at as the 12th best quarterback in the NFL. What has Joe Burrow showed you without Jamar Chase? Go back to college. What has
I
Joe
mean,
Burrow showed you without Jamar Chase?
he's serviceable when
I
Jamar
under,
Chase
I
isn't playing.
understand what you're saying, but
Yeah.
I think that they should have obviously looked for more offensive linemen to help protect Joe Burrow because obviously they're not going to be able to get the ball to T Higgins and Jamar Chase without Joe Burrow. But
Uh-huh.
in that instance, fuck Trey Hendrickson. There's teams
But
that would
then
have
their
given you
defense
you
looks worse without him.
but they look at what their defense looks like now. It's horrible. It's
Yeah,
still horrible. Carson Wentz was hot butter or hot knife
He
and
was
butter.
carving the
Come on, that's what
motherfuckers
I'm
up.
saying. So it's gonna be bad either way. Why not at least just make your offense be able to score 50 points a week?
Well, I mean, especially if
I
you
think
can't
that
even protect
they.
them.
Do you know what I see? This is what I see in Cincinnati. The
Zach
Dallas
Taylor's about to be
Cowboys.
fired,
Dallas Cowboys.
or
You paid three people an ungodly amount of money,
Yep.
and now you can't afford anything else
Yep.
that makes your team
exactly.
serviceable. You gave Joe Burrow a huge contract, T Higgins and Jamar Chase all huge contracts, and then doubled down with giving Hendrickson contracts. When really, and if we're being honest, you probably could have come up off of Trey Hendrickson, and gotten some picks, and you could have done the same thing to T Higgins because there were a lot of teams calling about T Higgins
Yep.
New England
before
was
they
going to
gave
give
him
a
his
New
contract.
England was going to give him a first or a second for him.
Jacksonville was trying to
Mhm.
give up a lot because they wanted to pair him and Trevor Lawrence back together.
Yep. And now you
But
got what you wanted, and now you're ass.
mhm.
Not really.
That's what Dallas. I mean,
They're 2-1. That's the crazy part. They look horrible, and they're 2-1. Isaiah, the Dolphins still haven't won a game.
I know. I understand. Don't
Did
don't
they?
pivot
No pivot. Did they impress you at least a little bit on Thursday until Tua was like, duh? Did they
until he
impress
went
you at least?
cross-eyed.
Yeah.
I think so. I think the only thing that still shows is like before the game, I was talking about how their secondary was so bad. But against the Bills, everything defensively looked bad. We stopped them, I think, 3 times in total where we actually forced a punt. Um, with that being said, we were competing. They looked better as far as a competitive aspect until
Until
the Tua timing Viloga tried to throw a ball in a window, and that safety was like, bet. I know exactly where he's going with this ball. And that's the point that I've been trying to make year after year, week after week. He literally was going to throw it to that spot no matter what. And there was points in that game where they took him off his spot and he was able to make a couple of plays, right? He was able to scramble, get a first down. He was able to scramble, throw an absolute fucking
laser.
12-foot high, no, 12-foot high pass that Tyreek had to go up and get.
Hey, he
It
got
probably
it.
wasn't 12 feet, but yeah, he went up and got it. That being said, I'm glad to see that he was actually able to scramble and at least look downfield to try to make plays. Also, defensively, I said it last week. I said it last week. We don't we need, with the talent that there is on offense, we need a defensive minded coach. When Flores was there before all the shit with the arbitration and them trying to force him out, tank for Tua, all that shit that was going on, that defense was so much better than the product that they're putting out week to week. Not only that, we had 2 more injuries in the secondary. The only healthy person in the secondary right now is Minka. Minka had been a multiple time Pro Bowler with
Hey,
you
I feel
guys,
bad for Mika.
and now he is an absolute afterthought. People don't even realize he's on our fucking
I
team.
I low key for we were watching the game and I seen 29 and I was like, "Oh shit, babe, look, it's Minka." And she was like,
is
"Oh,
it?
Minka's in Miami." I was like, "Oh yeah."
Didn't he? Didn't he get traded to Pittsburgh from Miami? He
Hmm.
started in Miami, yeah.
Yes.
And they
That's
Yeah.
didn't put
wild.
him they didn't put him
That's
in the
wild.
right
He was
position.
there when Miami was great defensively.
Yep.
Goes to Pittsburgh and plays great, and then comes back, and
And now they're dog
now he's
shit.
in a shit show.
To an absolute shit show.
But don't, hey, don't
And
trip, don't trip, don't trip, bro. Because this is what's gonna happen. The Steelers is gonna suck, and we're gonna trade y'all Mike Tomlin
Trade
for
Mike.
another first round pick.
Is he gonna be our DC
He's gonna
or
be
like
y'all's head coach, bro. You telling
Right.
me, Look, there we can. This is a good pivot to college, but the head coaching trees that are looking for that are about like hot seat. You have Mike McDaniel. His seat is
Mhm.
scorching. Not to be
Yes.
outdone, Brian Dayball's seat is scorching. Moving to college, Mike Gundy's seat is hotter than hell. And one that just got lit on fire, because I know y'all seen him crying,
Mhm.
Dabo.
Yo, yeah.
He was crying after the game, and
I'm
Dabo is
so
one of those.
sorry for our fans. Our
Dabo is one
fans.
of those guys, and he said it. I don't need the NIL. I don't need the transfer portal. I'm gonna do this old school.
All right.
Well, Bucko, you can,
How's
I
that
mean,
going? How's that
you
working
can
for you, bud?
you can have all the. This is what I tell people all the time. You can have morals, and I love those morals. I love Dabo's morals. I love him as a man, as a person. Pause.
I
But
was like,
As a
yeah.
man.
But at the end of the day, from a
Bro, the hell of a
college,
southern draw you just put on that.
yeah,
I'm
you're
sorry.
right.
My bad.
There's
oh,
Man.
you.
there's a college football vibe where if you don't win, people don't care. We don't
You
care how
better,
many people you
yeah.
graduate. We don't care people going to church. We don't care that you made people better human beings. If you
Yeah.
can't win college football games, we don't care. Barry
How
Switzer was paying people double wide trailers to come win national championships, and we knew it. And he is what is Barry Switzer's name?
immortalized for OU?
That's what I'm saying. Nick Saban was paying people hella money probably. We just won't
No, he
know about it.
wasn't.
Stop
No,
it.
he wasn't.
Stop
Nick
it.
Saban was
Nick
true.
Saban's a
Okay.
pussy and he's mad and stepped away from college football because now everybody else got to pay.
It was bullshit. Okay, that's why he
That's what he
left.
said. Y'all making everybody
Barry,
pay now.
Barry, Barry
Miss
just got
Terry.
caught
He
paying
said what?
people. Barry just
Terry?
got caught
He
paying
went to the
people.
league and won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, then he had to go to Dallas. Huh?
But back to Dabo. Do y'all think that if it keeps getting any worse, do you think that Clemson would have a conversation, or do you think that Clemson is gonna OSU and just say like, "Hey, we don't. There's nothing better that we can get. Let's just ride it out."
I think
I think with Dabo, what he's meant to that program, I think having one bad year in the last two bad years, really two bad years in the past 15, they'll ride it out with Dabo. I could see where his seat might be a little lukewarm at the moment, especially the losses that they've took this year in particular. That being said, extremely banged up. Also, the offense outside of Klubnik, can you guys name two skill position players on that team?
yeah. Uh well, no. I can name one.
I think that's
I
my
can name
point.
Brian. I can name Bryant Wesco. He's pretty legit. And
I think no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and I can name some defenders that, but I don't. I think what we are seeing in Clemson. This is just my opinion. Clemson is proving to college football how significantly important it is to have good coordinators
Yes.
because Clemson has gone downhill since they lost Brent Venables, and I can't remember who the offensive coordinator was that same year that Brent left. He left, and Clemson just hasn't been able to put it together since then. And this was supposed to be the year. I mean, I was one of the ones that I was high on Clemson. They were my national champion, and boy,
Syracuse, boy, this ain't
man,
basketball.
God,
Bills.
dog, I couldn't have been any more wrong. But to me, it's just crazy because they have. I mean, they've got like 5 All-Americans on their defense, and they can't stop nothing. They got absolutely abused by Syracuse's passing game. They were mossing them. Syracuse was out there mossing them boys the whole game. Uh, I don't know. I'm with Isaiah though. I think he has meant so much to the program, and
J.K. Dobbins
I
touchdown.
think, I think, I think one
Holcomb
bad
touchdown.
year. I definitely think though that after this season, I think the seat gets warm,
Yeah.
but I don't think they drag it out as long as OSU has with Gundy.
Yeah, I
Like,
think there's a grace period, especially because they made the CFP last year. 2 years
yeah,
ago with Uyagalelelele.
yeah, with
Um,
DJ,
yeah, that I think that was like the all right, we chalk it up to bad quarterback play. He got benched.
yeah,
You have somebody in Klubnik that like builds it up, returning starter, somebody that stay that didn't bounce in the transfer portal. Now
Yes.
it's looking bad in that regard. So I don't think his seat is extremely high. I mean, it's no different than, you know, they never thought about. I mean, I'm not going to put him on the same level as Saban because Saban is Saban. But when Saban had a couple bad seasons that were never losing seasons, nobody was like,
What
I think Nick
let,
Saban's on the hot seat.
let me ask, which seasons would you say were the bad seasons for Saban? Would you say the year
What?
that they lost to Johnny Football, the year they lost to Cam Newton, and the year they lost in the Sugar Bowl to OU? Outside of those three, what are the worst that you remember from Nick Saban in Bama?
His first year in Bama was
Yeah, but
pretty bad.
that's first year.
I mean,
Right.
his first year, and then I would also say, I think it was
Maybe Tua's year
second to
where Tua got
last
hurt. Yeah,
season.
where Tua, or no, that was with Bryce Young.
Yeah, his second to last
That
season.
one year where Tua was there when Tua got hurt, they got absolutely steamrolled by Joe Brr and them boys,
Oh yeah,
and they lost. I
there was
think they
nothing
lost
they
a
could
couple.
do.
Yeah, that.
They
But
lost to Michigan in the bowl game right after that, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yep. I think those are
Um.
probably the worst. I
I
don't think they've seen anything like this. Now I will say Clemson can turn it on, pause, and they can make some noise. I just think it's more of a I don't maybe I was just going getting ahead of myself. The seat may not be hot. It's just like it's one of those I was expecting so much more from Clemson and I'm
Yeah.
I
let
I,
down.
I
Yeah.
compares
I'll
I
give you
compared
that.
Clemson to LSU. Les Miles.
Yeah.
Lose some games you shouldn't lose. You're every year you come in. There's a lot of high expectations, and wrap up rattle off a couple of natties. You know, LSU's just they're uh, LSU and Auburn, man. Those are two programs. I don't know if I'd ever want to go coach because you have one or two bad seasons. Period. It
It's
don't
a
matter what
wrap.
you do. Yeah,
It's a
bro.
Oh
You're
wrap.
yeah.
gone. Pack your bags. Get the hell
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Brian
I know they
Kelly is
gave
on
Ed
borrowed
O
time.
one season. Yeah, they
Yeah.
gave Ed O one season
Yeah,
after they won
after the
Yeah.
that
national
natty.
championship.
They're like, get the fuck
Yeah.
out of here.
No.
I
Go
just want to
Tiger.
get my
Go
number.
Tiger. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers. Go Tigers.
Oh shit, man! That video
Man,
of him with his shirt off down at that restaurant.
and somebody
Oh,
was trying to
that
talk
shit is
spicy to him.
hilarious.
Yeah.
That shit is fucking funny.
He said, "Don't do
Oh.
that, brother. Don't do that. Don't take no pictures with me."
Outside of that, what'd y'all think about the OU game? They
Ooh,
pulled the dub.
I'll
24-17.
start.
Go ahead.
I'll start. I think you guys as more devout OU fans can add more context. This is just the eye test for me. I think that there was definitely some missed calls in that game. I think we can all agree with that for sure. I will say that
Sorry.
I will say that overall, it was like OU turned it on when they needed to. It kind of seemed like a stalwart. It was very jockeying for position throughout the course of that game. And OU's defense is extremely lucky because against those receivers, if Jackson Arnold puts the ball on the money, I think Auburn comes away with two more touchdowns than what they ended up scoring. There was two bad throws. And don't get me wrong, he was under duress, but one of them was like double move. He stood in the pocket, did not have to do shit but lay the ball up.
Oh yeah, he
And
over
he
yeah, he
sold. He
sailed.
Was
overthrew
that
the
the end
shit
zone?
out of him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was that the end? The diving
Yeah.
ball? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that was a bad
Yeah.
throw.
Yeah.
There was I think it was like a third and short, led the guy too much. I think with that being said, with those missed call, like OU, they battled some adversity. Auburn, honestly, I think Auburn's the best team that they've played so far. And the only reason why I say that is because Michigan, like I said a couple of weeks ago, Michigan with the freshman quarterback, a lot of things changing within that Michigan team since Harbaugh left. Not the same team. Also, Michigan barely escaped beating Nebraska. No disrespect. That's the homie Tanner's favorite team in college football.
Patrick
But
Mahomes Jr.
you know what I mean? Nebraska isn't. I think if Auburn plays Nebraska, they beat them. I'll say that.
I'll give
I
it.
think Auburn is the biggest battle that they've had so far. There's a lot of things that they have to clean up. With those things that they need to clean up, they they definitely don't need to be falling for double moves like that, especially with a simple. It was
Oh.
a yeah. He said,
Yeah.
and then turned and looked. So overall, I think it was a hard fought game. Good win. That's a ranked opponent. Um, they got this dub. They got a week off. They play Texas. That is the biggest measuring stick until they get into the back half of the schedule, I believe.
Yeah.
And then I'll leave my thought with that.
Yeah, I think it was a good game. Obviously, I think that fumble at the beginning, I think that was a touchdown. Um, there's calls that there were some missed calls. I think OU's defense did struggle a bit. I will say, like you mentioned, Auburn to me is the best team that they've played so far. I think Auburn is very much overlooked. Cameron did mention that in week one. Auburn is
Mhm.
probably better than what people think. And honestly, I think that if Auburn would have got Mateer instead of Jackson Arnold, they have an NFL caliber receiver. They do have a top 10 or a top 15 defense. So all in all, I think it's an SEC opponent. It's SEC style. Did OU look fantastic? Absolutely not. Did Mateer struggle at times? Absolutely. Did the offensive line struggle at times? Absolutely. Are there things that worry me? 100%. Not being able to run the ball is very,
That's
it's
still a
scary.
huge question mark.
Well, it's
Still.
scary because you're gonna have to run the ball to beat some of these teams. You can't just have Mateer do what Baker did. You can't just have him score 40 points against these defenses. Now, with that said, they were able to escape with the dub. Jackson Arnold, I he played good. That is almost the Jackson Arnold that I've grown accustomed to seeing, where it's time, it's winning time,
Mhm.
and you like there were probably 4 or 5 out of those 10 or 11 sacks
Yeah.
that I was like, bro, how much time do you think you have?
How much time do you need, really? It's how much time
Just
do you
throw the
need?
fucking ball. But again, that's Kenny Freeze, that's Jackson Arnold. I do think Auburn is a lot better than people think. I think Auburn will finish as probably a top 10, top I said top 10, top 20 team in the nation. I think OU will continue to get better. They have to. I don't. I mean, I think it makes me pause a half a tick to say like, okay, maybe they're not as good as I thought, where I thought maybe they're a top four team in the nation right now. I don't believe that they're a top four team in the nation right now, but I do think that they still have the ability to be as good, if not on par with anyone else. And that's what I think about it.
And that's all I got to say about that.
That's all I got to say about that.
The
All
one
right.
in Vietnam.
I've got a lot of
I was like,
thoughts here.
I'm gonna let you cook for a second. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time.
Okay. Number one, um, there's a lot of talk about Jackson Arnold and OU and how they miss throws down the field, blah, 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 blah. Yes, all that happened. If OU's defenders can catch a fucking ball, we have 2 pick sixes in the first 2 drives. There were 2 of them. One hit Peyton Bowen
Peyton,
right in the
yeah,
hands, right in the
Yeah,
hands, and it goes right
I
through.
saw
And then the
that.
other one was a
Yeah.
tip ball that goes right through Kendall Daniels' hands. Both of those, if they catch the ball, pick
that's
sixes.
six.
And both of those drives led to points for Auburn after those plays. So, we need to work on some tennis ball drills and practice this week for the DBs because at some point OU has to force a turnover. Their defense is so good. It's amazing they haven't
Still,
forced a single turnover.
I think they're
Like
still
that's
the only
crazy to me.
team in the nation that is not forced a turnover. I know
Yeah,
that was a stat going into college game day, and they
it's
didn't
crazy.
going into.
Because they're in position. They had a couple of fumbles up in Temple that they should have recovered and didn't. Like it's I don't know, it's crazy.
Peyton Bowen will still be
Um,
running because that motherfucker hit him
He said
right.
that motherfucker's still
the
running.
officiating crew yesterday's game needs to be fired immediately. They missed so many calls
It was
and
bad.
then
It
call
was
and then
bad.
called so many made so many calls that were bad. 2 offensive PIs on Oklahoma were horrible. The missed PI call on the trick play against Oklahoma was awful. The PI call they called in the corner of the end zone on Guillory was awful.
Yeah.
It was an uncatchable ball. At least from where we were in the stadium looking on the big screen, the ball was 10 feet out of bounds or 10 feet over his head landed out of bounds. But
Mhm.
I'm not going to beat up on that call too much because we got away with a lot on the perimeter in the pass game defensively. Um, I don't know what happened on the first touchdown to Sategna. I guess there was some deception. There's a lot of complaints about that play, but apparently that was a missed thing.
Nah, that was just
Um,
the announcers. Arbuckle said that he came like as they had checked with the officiating crew before that. He never
Yeah.
stepped off on the sideline or anything like
okay,
that. That was just the
Yeah.
broadcast crew was like,
Well,
"Oh,
yeah,
I would
and
have threw a 15-yarder." Well,
well,
piss
and
off.
also he checked to make sure that he was off the line of
yeah,
scrimmage.
Yeah,
He checked in with the line judge.
yeah.
That was just a lapse of judgment as far as the
yeah.
Auburn
They
defense.
they
He,
thought they were subbing and they didn't.
yeah, that's on
The
them.
this
That's a thought. That's not
yeah
a real life thing.
the scoop and score on the first drive of the game. I don't know. I couldn't see. My eyes were bugging, so I couldn't see the video board, the replay. I don't know if he ever had control, if he gained it and tucked it. If I don't know what happened on that, but I think that's up for. I think that particular play is just kind of depends on how you feel about the play, kind of deal. But either way, officiating was awful. It was so bad. Um, I, I'm saying this. I'm going to stand on it. Oklahoma has the best defensive line in the whole country. It's not even close.
I agree with that.
10
Yeah.
sacks in a game against a line that people are pretty high on in Auburn. You know,
Should have been 11.
I think they had 7 sacks last week against Temple. I mean, I don't know. There's so much disruption every play. Auburn comes in the game, one of the best rushing teams in the league, can't run the ball for shit. They had one breakout run where I think the running back broke like 6 or 7 tackles. Outside of that, they couldn't run. Um, I think when it comes to the defense, I think the game plan dictated a lot of what we saw on the perimeter with Guillory. And I'll compound my thought here in just a minute, but I could tell at the beginning of the game, OU's main goal was to keep Jackson Arnold from running the ball. They loaded the box, brought everybody within, compact and within, and they shot lanes, and they left corners one on one. And OU or Auburn took advantage of that, which is good for them. Man, they have an NFL caliber receiver, Cam Coleman. You know, but how many times are we going to see that before we either slide a safety over or switch in with Gentry Williams, who's bigger, who may not get bullied? Gentry Williams, I think, is the best cover corner in the OU locker room. Why not let him get it? I mean, why not give him a crack? I know that Guillory's been elite all season, but he's clearly getting taken advantage of. Make a change, and I think you saw that in the second half. They did take a couple shots, a couple bad throws from Arnold, but outside of that, they shut Arnold down in the passing game in the second half. I think he had 180 yards in the first half, and he finished with 220. I mean,
Yes.
made some decent halftime adjustments. I think they counted on the line a little more to beat blocks instead of sending blitz packages. And David Stone again, dude. David Stone's elite. I'm sorry. He's coming around, man. He's going to be a monster for the rest of this year and next year. Um, I've never seen I've never seen this before in my life. OU has probably the one of the top pass blocking, pass pro offensive lines in the country. John Mateer doesn't really get touched, and some of it could be because of his legs, but he does get time to stand back there.
Yeah.
I don't understand how you can have a line that can pass pro block so well, but cannot run block to save their life. You are not going. You get when OU gets into the meat and potatoes of SEC play, they're not going to win games if they can't run the ball or have a threat in the run game. I'm sorry. I don't know how much we're going to be able to keep just throwing the ball, these dink and dunk throws, and then to
Do you,
ever occasionally taking shots.
do you want the team rushing stats right now? I got it pulled up.
Bro, it was like 20 or 35 yards or some shit like that. It was terrible.
24 carries for 35 yards.
Yeah, it's
Um,
awful. They couldn't
and
even get the QB run game going, which gives you an extra blocker.
yeah,
that's what pisses me off. I'm like, dang man, we couldn't even. Which
I mean,
Auburn's going to be one of the best defensive lines we face.
if
Uh,
if you stack up what OU did against Auburn, right? They ran the ball 35 times for a team rushing total of 67 yards. Jackson Arnold had 20 carries for negative 11 yards.
He did get
yeah,
sacked a lot, and that shit does
Yeah,
count
yeah,
against him.
yeah. That counts against
But
you, mind
he had
you.
been running all over the
yeah.
other three teams he had played. He's
Exactly. Yeah.
I
Just to
Cor-
bring
I
up stats, just to
should
talk
have
I
about it.
been. Mateer, I think, said this in the post game. He missed a lot of open receivers
he
down the
did.
field. I mean, I don't know where he's looking. I've never played quarterback, so I'm not gonna be too harsh. But
Hey man, you played flag
he,
football quarterback at one point.
yeah, man, I threw a touchdown, and then I got
Give credit
pulled.
where
Then the squad said, "Let's try somebody else," because it was a lucky touch. Anyways,
give credit where
but
credit is due, baby.
he missed some looks down the field, and it took him a while to settle in. And once he did, he was solid. Um, but he had some down the field looks that he missed. Barnes had on an incredible scramble. He drops one to Barnes on the sideline. There's not a guy within 30 yards of
Yeah,
Barnes. It's a walk-in
yeah.
touchdown, and it goes right through Javante's hands. Like, dude, R. Mason Thomas, how important is that guy? My God.
His name pisses me off. I just want to get that out
It
of the way,
is,
by the
but
way.
I'll say this about R. Mason Thomas. His two sacks that were big time, they shouldn't have been sacks. They timed them. 4.2 seconds. The
Yeah, because Arnold's holding the ball.
average quarterback fucking hole
It's
is
like two
two
and
and
a
a half
half.
seconds.
Yeah.
Bro,
But
you
is
are
it?
asking to be sacked.
I think. Do you think a lot of that though is because quarterbacks like where they would normally take off when because at the beginning of the game Arnold wasn't holding it like that. I mean, there's a couple of times he tried to take off and he got punished for it. And I wonder if he just didn't, if he just wanted to hold it and see if somebody could break open, they just didn't,
I
or if he
just
didn't
I
see them.
me
I don't know.
personally, I just think Jackson Arnold doesn't see the field well. I say
Well, there's
that's
Because
just
he's
my
like a
also
opinion.
one rig guy
Yeah,
kind of
is
deal.
if
there's
he's
also scramble drill, right? I mean, him with his legs, you scramble to look downfield to push the
No,
ball
not him.
down.
He scrambles to
It's
run.
yeah,
exactly
yeah,
that's my
he's
point though. If they're closing those lanes, right? If they
Yeah.
got a spy or they're
that's how
funneling out or
that's
you
why
know what I mean?
everyone
That's what
said
throws
like
us off.
that. I think that's why everyone felt comfortable because it was like you're not gonna run and beat us. You're gonna have to make throws. Early in the game, they were hitting them fucking double moves, and it was like, okay, he's cooking. Like young Bull is cooking. But after they weren't able to hit some of those throws, then it was a hey, we're running
Yeah.
double moves. You have to come off that read and look somewhere else. And then he was just
That's where I said like
Yeah,
in the
I
second
think
half they made adjustments. Outside of that one bad throw to Coleman in the end zone. Oh, you didn't give up a long ball in the second half. Now the trick play
oh, that was pass
that
interference.
was
That
should have been
was
PI
PI.
so
crazy.
Should
That
have
bad,
was
been
bro.
PI,
that was
but
crazy. But
outside of the trick play,
but it was
they didn't
also a
give up shit
bad
down the field.
it was also a
It was
bad
a
call.
yeah. I
Because
Yeah,
he's
mean,
open. He's
you expect
cooking.
yeah,
that.
just
Like,
put it on
Yeah,
him.
yeah,
Yeah,
Gentry is
it's
cooked and he's
but it's the wide receiver throwing a ball. Yeah, he left so much air under that ball. I could and on that play specifically, you could tell that the ref wasn't in position
yeah,
to see it. His head was he was
he was still
turning.
running and tracking the
Yeah,
ball like that, and then he
he
seen
was
it and
like
then looked down. Yeah, yeah.
he was
It
like
was
no,
that's what I said,
it
man. They were
was
bad.
yeah, they 100% were. And there's a lot of officiating that is bad. Like I said, I pause on like because again, I was starting to get the sense of like, hey, OU's gonna win the SEC. They still very much could, but I'm going to allow them to do it before calling it. I think that they're a lot better than last year. You could tell
Yeah,
last year our defense put us in the exact same situations that the team was put in
yeah.
yesterday, and
Mhm.
they just couldn't capitalize.
I'm not. It worried me a little bit, man, when Auburn went down and scored the go ahead touchdown with 7 minutes left. The offense had to that point, the offense had been pretty much lifeless.
Sputtering. Yeah, they
The
were.
one good drive we had, we fumbled on a bad handoff. And I was
Yeah,
like, damn it, man. So I was like, man, I don't know.
I do
But
think
they went down the field and scored. I mean,
I
they did what they
think
needed to do.
I think
That's what we taught
BV
our
is
local ones
very
for.
much old school quarterback or old school coach. He's why open it up when you're winning?
Yeah.
Why put the ball in harm's
Let
way
your
when you're
defense
winning?
control it.
You have
Yeah.
one of the best defenses in the nation. Make them score. As soon as they do and you need to turn it on, cool. I do think that
Hit.
in some of those games, like Tennessee, we're gonna have to score more. The offense is gonna have to
Yeah.
be clicking against LSU. The offense is gonna be having to click, and I think that they
Probably in
can. But yeah,
Tuscaloosa.
yeah, yeah,
That I just the not the people that aren't football fans that are just OU fans just to be OU fans, man. Like this is what we asked for. We got tired of having to score 70 points to win a game.
Yeah,
This is what we brought BV in for, is to close a game on defense, finally. And that's what OU's done the last 2 years. It's just the difference between last year and this year is we have an offense that is competent. I would just like for them to run the ball better. That's all.
yeah,
I still think Oklahoma's um, Tennessee on the road scares the hell out of me. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah.
But
Okay,
outside
all
of that
right.
game,
So
maybe
yeah,
Tuscaloosa.
I say
But
the four games that I'm like, okay, these are the
the four
hardest.
game stretch:
No.
Texas, South Carolina,
Texas is
or
one. No, I don't care about South Carolina. It's
okay. So you got
literally
Texas,
Lenora
Ole Miss,
Sellers
Tennessee,
or that's it.
yeah,
Alabama.
Texas, Tennessee, LSU, Bama. Those are the four games where I'm like, those are the games that can go either way. Missouri, they are a good team, but OU should beat them.
yeah.
I'm not worried about like Kent State really,
I
but
wouldn't be worried about Tennessee if it was at home, but it's in
yeah,
Knoxville.
I
That's what
think that
scares
they
me.
can beat Tennessee, but because our defense is so good, I think our offense, like last year, their offense was really good. Our defense played crazy, and then we just
Yeah.
couldn't beat them. South Carolina
So
is another one of those things. Lenora Sellers is a really good quarterback. Outside of Lenora Sellers, they don't.
They don't have
If
shit.
they yeah, if Lenora Sellers was the Auburn quarterback, then hey, we can have a conversation.
Yeah.
But he's not.
I
okay, so
my last
to
thought on the OU game real quick, and then I'll pass it off to you, Isaiah. OU's crowd is becoming one of the SEC elites, in my opinion. That's the second game that I've been to, and when they needed to be against Illinois State, whatever, it's a blowout game. But
okay,
the
big
Michigan,
dog. Damn,
the
I've been to
Mich,
2 games. Chill out,
I'm just
bro.
saying, hey man, I'm just saying, my bad.
I've been there
Michigan,
twice.
Michigan, everybody talked about how elite the crowd was against Michigan. It was a lot of the same yesterday. That's probably the loudest I've ever been to an OU game.
I've
Was
still,
was
I
the
will
last
say,
couple of drives.
I've still heard that the entire atmosphere is still not where it was.
Yeah, like that. You talking about like the tailgate and everything,
From no,
like all of it
like the
all combined.
state, no, the stadium impact from I think they said like '05 to 2010. And a
Mm-hmm.
lot of it, the biggest complaint which is crazy from the people I'm hearing, the people are saying like whenever it's time to get hyped, they're playing
Yeah,
fucking Toby Keith, and
yeah.
it's
Well, not
like okay,
yesterday.
okay,
Yesterday they
good,
played. I don't remember what it was called, but it was some new rap song, and it was a song that the team picked, and
good,
they were getting
good.
crunk on the
They should have.
sidelines. I
You
was
know
like,
what
oh,
they should
okay,
play? I got a
what? Yeah,
hole.
Play
they
Mo
played that a
Bamba
couple
every
of
third
times.
down.
Yeah.
They played that a couple of
Well, what
times
do
yesterday.
they? I mean, normally on third downs, what do they play? They play like a.
They
I
should
heard it
just
a
play
couple
jump
times.
around. That's all they should play
Yeah,
constantly, 150 times.
I wish I wish they would bring in is it Carnival? Yeah, Carnival. I wish they'd bring in Carnival and play that
Oh yeah,
instrumental for some of the third downs, because when they play that at the Thunder games, man, that shit goes hard.
you play that or you play. By God, hold on. It
My
was on the
God.
tip.
My God.
It was right there. It was right there. You play. Oh, dude, I
They
just
they
had it in my
played
head.
Metallica a couple of times, Sandstorm once, and
No,
then
you play Najigba's in Paris every
You
third down.
play. Hey, I
oh, dude, you know
appreciate it.
how
The shout
fucking
out.
lit that would be.
I appreciate the shout out.
You know how elite that would be if they did that. But I don't ever want to be associated with that song and a team that I'm trying to win with
Yeah, because you'll
ever
lose
again. Ever
every
again after
time.
It's your
that
fault.
lighthouse visit. How's it my fault?
Somebody put it on. I didn't put it on. I said no, not that. And somebody
Bro,
was like, "Yeah."
you and Marlon rode together. Me and Taylor were in the parking lot when y'all came flying around. You were hanging out the damn passenger window of the car.
Well,
And
then it
that's what y'all
sounded
were
like Marlon
blasting.
played it. It sounded like Marlon
Yeah, I
played it.
was
Oh
like,
yeah,
oh, this place is
I
getting
was just trying
tucked.
to see if we could break the curse. I ain't even gonna lie.
That was the most hyped I've ever been for a basketball game to get beat by 40.
It happens. It happens to the best of them. What y'all think of
Yeah.
old Arch Manning?
I mean, it's better, but it's still against a nobody. I mean, it's
Sam
better than
Houston
UTEP.
State. Yeah,
Yeah, Sam Houston State.
he
I'm
cooked. He
just ready
Feel
stood
for
over
like,
B.
somebody.
I'm ready for BV against Arch Manning.
yeah,
I'm ready for us to
Does he
go
go
down
to
there
the
and
swamp this week? This coming
yeah,
week?
yeah.
yeah.
Ooh, DJ Lagway is cheeks.
Do they get the bye week before OU? No, they just had their bye week, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. They
Who do
go
they
straight from
play?
the swamp. They go straight from the swamp to OU Texas.
Yep.
Well, that can't be right though, because we're
Oh,
off
it's
this
right.
week, and then next week we play Kent
We're
State, and
Penn
then it's
State.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. Hold on, hold on. Then
Yeah.
let me
No,
check.
I'm looking now.
Okay, well, you look, boy.
Um.
You look, boy.
Yeah, they play. Yeah, they do have a bye week. I believe they do because they
So
play
they got a bye
Florida
week
and
this
then
coming week.
yeah, I
Yes.
think
So they
so.
go October 4th at the Swamp, and then the week after
And
they
then
go is OU Texas.
OU Texas. Yeah.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
just
whoa!
waiting.
Texas dropped below OU in the AP poll.
Yeah, yeah, they're down at 10, and OU's
Yeah,
at
OU's at
7.
7.
I mean,
And
it's
Miami,
supposed to be
Miami
that
jumped to
way.
2.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with
Miami's look
Miami.
good.
I'm fine with Miami being like. I mean,
Isn't it
Carson Beck
crazy
isn't
that
cool, but
isn't it crazy that just a little over a year ago Florida beat Miami and it saved their coach's job and everybody had Miami's coach on the hot seat
hmm
and how the tides have turned since then. That's
yeah.
Yeah.
crazy to
Now
me.
Napier's on the hot seat. If he wakes up in the morning
I
If
I'll
he
say
has
says good
to.
this.
morning to somebody, they're
I'll
like,
say this. This is probably so the top 10 in the AP poll is Ohio State, Miami, Penn State, which is crazy. LSU, Georgia, Oregon, OU, Florida State, A&M, Texas. I would switch probably Penn State would be like six to me. I would switch Florida State and OU. I'd put OU at 8 and Florida State at 7 just because Florida State's been fucking killing people. They have been
Yeah,
just
but they've been killing people that
their biggest
the
competition
Bama
is
the Bama
still
game. And they
Bama
skull
yeah.
game.
fucked them. They skull fucked them. That's
I mean, they
I
did beat the shit out of them, and,
yeah.
OU has
What
two
about
quality
Tech
wins, but
though?
nothing,
I mean,
but nothing
can we get
like
some
what
love to
what Florida
Tech?
State did.
Yeah, Tech
I'm
beat
curious why the fuck is Indiana not in the top 10 after what they did to top 10 Illinois yesterday?
hey,
What are they
Bro,
sitting
everybody
at?
was picking
12,
Illinois to
11,
win
11,
that
12,
game
11.
11?
handily.
Yeah.
I think Illinois was a favorite too. And
They
all
were.
Indiana did was beat them by 53.
Yeah.
Like
There's a lot
Indiana
of
deserves
teams.
to be up there around the top. I don't know where they're at, but they should be. I feel like they should be top 10. They look, that one game should have jumped them ahead of Texas in my opinion,
Yeah.
because Texas really hasn't looked good outside of yesterday. I mean, they looked okay yesterday.
Well, and
Against Sam Houston.
they have
So
a L. Texas is the only team in the top.
top 10 with the loss.
Yeah,
Crazy.
like really the only other team in the top 15 with the loss is Tennessee, and
See,
they
and
ain't
they
the
they
only 10
pushed
I
they
see.
pushed they pushed Auburn out and brought Notre Dame back in. Why? Auburn has a quality win, and their one loss is top
OU
7
on the road,
Oklahoma
yeah,
and Norman.
yep.
Like, but they went and beat the hell out of Baylor. Like Notre Dame has one win, and
Yeah, they're one
they've
and
gotten
two.
embarrassed. Yeah, and they've gotten
Yeah,
embarrassed. Like,
Yeah.
why? I don't. They lost
At
at home to
20,
A&M.
22. Yeah. At
Like, why did
22.
they? Like, I get that they won yesterday, but they have no business being in the top 25 over Auburn, my opinion.
Seattle is absolutely skull fucking the Saints right now, and it is leading the Saints to drafting Garrett
Oh, hey,
Nussmeier.
speaking of Marlon, before we get off of the OU thing, I don't know if you've heard, and maybe you did, maybe we talked about it last week. I don't know, but Pittsburgh is scouting the shit out of John Mateer.
Yes,
They've been at every single OU game.
he won't be on the he won't be on the board by the time they pick. There's way
You
too
don't
many
think
teams.
you don't
There's
think they
not
might try and get up in the draft?
so no. Um you got to think the Saints are going to need a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
The Browns are going to need a quarterback, and there's a lot of other teams that are going to need a quarterback. As we're going right now, what other quarterback other than Mateer would you take in the Nussmeier or Mateer? Outside of those two, who would you
Club Nick. Club Nick.
and that's what like right now.
Carson Beck, maybe. Carson Beck's
Fuck
look
that.
good.
He had yeah, not yesterday.
I just don't
Um,
trust
I don't
Carson
either.
Beck and
Yeah,
But
I'm just
this
saying
is
he
what
looked good.
yeah, these are the like where it's standing right now. You have Mateer Nussmeier, then it's like fucking Drew Aller, Carson
Yeah, no,
Beck,
I'm staying
and
away
then
from that.
Lenora Sellers. So Pittsburgh, if they continue to win and they get the 15th through 20th pick, he's going to be gone. Can they trade up to get? I don't think they can trade up high enough because the NFL has turned into a quarterback hungry league. Mateer could go anywhere from 1 to 7, unless he just falls off a fucking cliff. Scouting him, I
What?
think that they will. but I just don't think that they will be able. Like Cleveland has two picks, or yeah, they have two first rounders. Um, Other teams are going to be hella aggressive, and me personally, I don't think Mateer would be good in a Steelers system. Throwing the ball off of play action, under center. Yeah, I don't think he would be good under. Honestly, the quarterbacks that I'm looking for Pittsburgh to be trying to draft or who they will draft, it'll be either Lenore Sellers or Drew Aller. Am I saying I'm happy with it? No, but those are the two
I'll tell you
quarterbacks
what
I
I
think
would
they'll
do if I
get.
was Pittsburgh. I'll tell you what I do right now. I
I'd
give Aaron Rodgers
invest in
one.
Mason Rudolph
I give
right
Aaron
now.
Rodgers one more year because next year Marcel Reed's coming out from Texas A&M, and he's going to be really good. Uh, there's
Arch
a
Manning.
no, no, not Arch Manning.
I think that's the issue
uh,
though is
I
that
think the
they
kid from Tennessee will come out next year, and he's looking
yeah,
good.
the issue is that's what they did like this past year is they were like, "Hey, we're not going to take a quarterback because next year's draft is supposed to be great." And so
Mhm.
far, the quarterback play has been even with Mateer, there's nothing that I see college quarterback wise that I'm like that's generational.
It's not
Yeah,
standing
no,
out a whole lot.
Yeah. So
like
Even on
I
like the
have
good dominant teams, it's really
I
not.
have reserved thoughts about material even so because I mean they don't OU doesn't run a pro offense, man.
right,
Like he's
right.
not going to have all these options, and I mean he's a I, I feel about Mateer the way I did about like Landry.
I feel a little
Like
bit
he can make the
higher.
throws. He can make the throws. The only thing that makes him better, in my opinion, is he can run,
Yeah,
and his leadership I think is better. Like
yeah,
you can tell the OU team rallies around John Mateer.
yeah.
He's a great leader.
Yeah, I think
But
if he goes to a Shanahan offense, a
yeah,
like a Shanahan and McVay, some
LA, yeah,
honestly
yep,
McDaniels, that would be
bro.
a good offense for him.
If the Rams fucked around and got a hold of John Mateer, bro,
I mean, he's gonna
watch
get
out.
drafted by the Dolphins, bro. The Dolphins gonna have like the fourth pick.
Hey,
I will
no,
stand on this.
we're thugging it
The
out.
Dolphins should have drafted fucking Dylan Gabriel.
No, we
They got
got
Quinn
Quinny
Ewers.
Quinn Quinn. We're fine.
Yeah,
We
Arch
got
Manning's
Quinny
big
It's
Quinn
time
boy.
for Quinn
Quinn.
Ewers to take over.
At the moment that Zach Wilson gets arrested for some infidelis type shit against a
Banging
teammate's mom,
somebody's mom.
and somebody tries to stab him, and he has to be suspended from the league, Quinn Ewers will get the start because Tua's got about one more week. Because what that looked like last week was so reminiscent. You remember those years where Philip Rivers would like ball out and then he would throw a crunch time pick?
Yeah, basically Kirk Cousins.
That's what that reminded me of. And it was so bad. I'm not even trying to rehash this shit. I just know that if Quinn stays there, if they don't do nothing stupid and let Quinn go, I can see him taking snaps with the ones soon.
You want to
And
know what I
that's
think though? Quinn Ewers is ass. You guys are fucked. Just draft John Mateer. You're gonna have a top pick. Take him. Don't
why?
fire McDaniels. Don't fire him. You look if you trade places Mateer and Tua, you guys will be better.
I
Uh,
You
just
guys could get
I,
Drew Aller and trade places with Tua, and you'll be better. Anybody that has arm strength, a little bit of accuracy, and can push the ball down the field, you guys will be fine.
anybody that could has arm strength that doesn't throw a moon ball 42 yards in the air is basically what
Trade
we
for
need.
Russ. Trade for Jameis. Trade for
I don't know.
Jameis.
I don't know about Jabbo.
Jabbo will
He
come
throws a
out
lot
and
of
his
pick.
like, I got a Bible study class, but I'm gonna throw this mug down the
I
field,
think I
Tyreek
think
down
what
there.
I think somebody posted on like Twitter the other day and was like, Tool was so dominant before the hip injury. It's like
Yeah, I seen that. I seen that. He was, but he was in Bama. Mac Jones
he,
was very dominant in
Mac
Alabama.
Jones was in Bama. Bryce Young was in Bama.
Hey, Bryce
You
Young
know what I
just cooked
mean?
today. What you talking about?
Blake fucking Sims was in Bama.
Yeah,
Blake
Greg
Sims.
McElroy, who announces games now.
McElroy.
The only one that has been in Bama and that has been extremely successful in the league since Saban was there, and
Jalen
it's
Hurts.
because he transferred, was Jalen Hurts.
Yep,
Yes.
100%.
Yeah, before we
Extremely
get off
successful.
college, before we get
Mac
off
Jones
college
did make a
football,
Pro Bowl though.
do
Into it.
y'all think do y'all think Gundy should keep his job through the
Nope.
year and
Nope.
get
You
fired
I
at the
think
lost
end
in
you
of the
should
season?
Tulsa.
put him out
I
to.
don't
Nope.
either.
You lost in Tulsa.
You
Take
got to
him out
put
to
him out to
Brother,
pasture.
at home.
pasture. Yep.
I know he's done a lot for
I
that
think you
program,
need to old
but
yeller his
brother,
ass immediately.
like I'm telling you what I would do right now. I would fire Mike Gundy. I would make a phone call to Zach Robinson. I would be like, "What is it going to take to get you
We
to
will
come to
give you
Stillwater and
the
coach,
moon, bro.
brother?"
Yeah.
And as soon as he accepts, my first order of business is to start trying to poach Malik Washington from Maryland, the quarterback. That kid's a freshman and he's a stud. And I would offer him the fucking bag to come to Stillwater
We'll
and be the guy.
we'll
Like
give you Eskimo Joe's.
you get Robinson, you
Yeah,
get Zach
please.
Robinson to
We'll give
coach,
you ownership stake
and
in
then
Eskimo
brother,
Joe's.
man,
We'll give you
Oklahoma State needs to find something though, man.
35%
They
ownership
just
in
I just there's
the
a part of me
we're
that feels bad for him.
well we're seeing it, and I don't know if this is we're seeing it in you see it in everything, but at some point it's time to move on.
Yeah,
And there some of these guys are successful in what they've done, and they've been very successful in doing things the way that they want to do it. And they're so hard-headed because it's worked. They don't want to do things differently, or they can't do it differently because it's always worked. This is the hard work, and this is how it's always worked, and they don't just change with the times. And you see it. That's why Bill Belichick got fired. That's why I'm
yeah.
clamoring for Mike Tomlin to get fired. At some
they can't
point,
get out of their own way,
the
man.
game
That's
passes you by, and it's passed Gundy by. And for OSU to not fall back into the pit of where they were in like the early 2000s, where they're winning 4 or 5 games and just being an absolute laughing stock, they have to get someone in who is up with the times. Zach Robinson makes all the sense because he's in the NFL now. He's been around NFL talent. He can go to kids' houses and say, who can get you? I played in the league
And
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 I
one of the
coordinated.
things about Oklahoma State that is kind of is synonymous is if you want to bring somebody in and expect success, it's got to be an Oklahoma State guy.
Yeah,
He played quarterback at Oklahoma State
just like
and
Gundy.
was the king of swag when he
Yeah,
was there.
yeah.
Like
swag
there
got
there there
sleeves,
there doesn't
wristbands.
scream a more fitting person for that coaching job than Zach Robinson, my opinion. But I don't know. I like it's sad what's going on up there right now.
It ain't sad to me.
I mean, it's
This is
it's
karma.
it's funny because I still see like OSU fans on my feed that are like, Gundy's making it real hard to talk shit to OU fans, and I'm like, could you really ever though?
No.
Y'all beat us a couple of times in 30
20,
fucking years. Like,
2011 was about the only time that OSU fans could
yeah,
actually be like, we better than y'all. Like you guys were. You actually were.
yeah.
Well, I
Cole
think
Round of
if you
T.
applause
look
for
at
that
it,
team.
Cole
Yeah,
T. If you're listening, Cole T.
well, I think if you look at it from that standpoint, I mean, they were never really better. They just had good seasons compared to like
What
OU.
that
cutting
year,
it
that
out,
2011 year, they were fucking good.
2011 year they were just better than OU.
They were national
Yeah,
OU was
champs.
yeah, OU was bad. They weren't really
until
bad, they just weren't good. And OSU was really fucking good that year.
and making
I
it
just
hard. Mike Gundy is the whole reason why the game isn't played anymore. So
Yeah, that's
why
what
why
he's
well,
even
it's
best
have
friends
that
like,
to.
discussion? The
Yeah,
and it's
rivalry is dead.
like I'm
that's his
not.
fault.
It,
It's
it's
dead.
it's crazy to me because I think performance on the field, you know, normal people probably get fired. Gundy probably continues to get chances if he doesn't open his mouth and run his mouth and talk shit about the fans, the fan base, and the boosters. Like if he just shuts his mouth and just his team's just playing poorly, his history with the program probably probably earns him another couple of chances. But when he opened his mouth last year and shit on the fans, to me, he should have been fired then, honestly. They weren't doing shit then. He's talking shit about the fans. Like fans wanted him out then. This year, it's he's talking shit to the boosters and he wants more NIL. And it's like, dude, okay. And then your team has no fight. That's my thing. Like you can't even rally behind this team because it don't even look like they're fighting out there to like, I don't know. It just looks,
Their cheeks.
bro. Yeah, it's bad.
Like I said, the old OSU teams under Les. less they were bad at times, but they fought. They weren't an easy win. They're ass, bro.
Yeah.
Tulsa. I was talking to people in the office like, hey man, what happens if Gundy loses to Tulsa? And they're like, man, Tulsa's bad. I don't. Yeah. Now what? They're bad. They're not very good. They go to Stillwater and drop a turd sandwich.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Tulsa or not, man. You went up to Eugene and got beat 69-3.
Yeah, that's like I said,
Like
that
that
would
would have
have been
done it for
enough
me.
for me to say
Yeah.
at the end of the season, I'm giving you your walking papers, and then the
Yeah.
Tulsa game is like, I'm
Yeah.
not waiting anymore.
Especially the worst part about the Tulsa game, bro, is they had a bye week. They had
Yeah,
2 weeks to prepare and to
yep,
fix whatever and try and show some sign of life.
yeah,
And they came out flat again. And it's
yeah.
like, dude,
Because
yeah,
you're not going to
we're
compete in
done.
the Big 12 now. So
Yeah.
why?
Season's
Why try?
over.
Yeah,
Like
why are
season's
you
over now.
trying now? Why are you? You know what I mean? Like you might as
You
well
don't even
just
have OU to look forward to.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. At
like
before fans
season's
would be like,
over.
yeah, before fans would be like, well, if we can steal a game against Texas or we can beat OU, then fuck it. Now it's
Yeah.
like, nah, we suck.
Yeah. There's literally nothing to look forward to for an OSU fan for the
Yeah,
rest of the year.
sorry.
Like,
The only Oklahoma team you had to play, you lost to.
yep.
You don't get to play UCO.
You're now in third place
Yeah,
in Oklahoma.
now they're fourth. UCO is better than them. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, technically, yeah.
Oh, is that Cortland? Yeah. All
Did he get
right,
in the end
fellas.
zone again? I'm
No, he
pissed.
didn't, but he had a big play on fourth down. Oh, they called a flag. God dang it. All right. Anyways, is there anything else you fellas want to chat about before we separate for the week?
Um,
Did you see that Brock Lesnar F5 John Cena 6 goddamn times in a
no,
row last
I
night?
did
no, that's
actually.
stupid. I
I
don't want to
did.
waste my time even
Six
talking about that.
six F5s in a row, bro.
Stupid.
I did. I
That
will
match was
say
4 minutes. This is the
no.
dumbest waste of time.
I'll say that PLE or whatever they call them now. That was horrible. I didn't.
Paid live event or
Yeah, I
whatever.
don't. I thought it
Whatever the
was
fuck.
bad. I didn't think there was anything worth a fuck. I think there was maybe a fun match if you say the AJ Lee CM Punk versus Becky Lynch and Seth
Yeah,
Rollins match. But outside of that, like it honestly it just seemed like another episode of Raw or SmackDown to me.
yeah.
There was supposed to
Stupid.
be
I'll shout out to
returns and all kinds of stuff.
I'll shout out to La Primera though. Congrats on her
Yeah,
getting
yeah,
her
yeah,
title.
yeah.
Like,
Stephanie Vaqueri. Yeah,
yeah, bro, that's
yeah.
that's that's cool. They because Sky
That
don't need
was
it. She's fixing to start feuding with
with
her little friends.
yeah, yeah. But that was probably the best night on the whole card.
Yeah,
That was the best match, and that's what I'm like. It didn't seem like it did anything. Nothing happened. It's the first like event on the new ESPN app or whatever,
yeah,
and it just like Triple H was on ESPN selling it, and he's like, "Oh, there's gonna be some
bro.
surprises," and it was
There'll
like,
be some bigger. No,
"What
the
happened?"
fuck. There's not.
I
Stupid.
I knew it was gonna be trash when they announced the name of the event was Wrestlepalooza.
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
fucking stupid name.
Yeah, that's a
That is
terrible
true.
That's a
name.
dumb
Even
name.
even
That is
just
They
true.
used to
from the
have
start.
banger ass names for their
Yeah,
PLAs.
like Bad Blood.
Fucking Vengeance,
Yeah,
Armageddon. Like, I mean, they used to have some badass names for their
Backlash.
PLAs.
Yeah,
Is
and now
there
it's just trash.
well, I would like to briefly discuss some UFC. We haven't really had an opportunity to talk about it. There's a lot of football going on. Um, the one thing that I would like to discuss is 320 and how y'all feel about that card coming up in about 3 weeks.
Who's on the
Is
card?
that the is that Pereira?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
Pereira on the
sandbagging
left, Sam
and
Bangin and
Marab.
Marab, and then I think there's one more really really good
Yuri
fighter there.
Prohashka, Khalil
Khalil Roundtree.
Roundtree.
Yes.
Yes. So basically, everybody cannot pay attention to it until 11 o'clock at night is essentially what we're saying.
Nah, not 11.
Uh, I think Yuri and Khalil's going to be a good fight.
Yeah, I
Just
Yeah,
think
because
that's why I
Khalil,
said
just because,
that's why I said 11.
yeah,
I mean,
I
outside of
like
that, it's really not a
yeah,
stacked up
Sandhagen
card.
and Marab's going to be a good fight. I think.
man,
I don't think
I'm
for I don't.
Marab finna drag
I'm
his ass.
I'm pulling for Sanhagen so bad. That's
You
been
can
my
pull
boy
for him all
since
you want to, pause.
2020.
You can pull for him all you want to, pause. You know what's happening. Marab is gonna smash. He's gonna pick him up and just beat the hell out of him. If
It just breaks
if
my heart that it
if
took him this long
Petr
to get a
if
title shot.
Petr Yan
Title
beats
shot.
Corey Sandhagen the way he did, Marab is finna fucking drag his ass.
I
So what's the
yeah,
best? I mean, what do you
Muhammad
think is the
Ankalaev.
best on the card? I think the best fight is Khalil and Yuri.
Yeah, I think
I
Ankalaev is
don't.
gonna dog walk Pereira again. I just think he's too big.
You don't think his wrestling's got better since the last fight?
No.
No, he's a kickboxer, bro. He's gonna throw hands, and even then, if you bring the fight to Pereira, if you put him on his back feet, like on his heels, he don't like that. He likes to press
Yep.
forward. So if you beat him to the center and you're pressing forward on him, he don't fight well.
That
That's
And
that
and
then
was
and then you get a left hook, son.
well,
All
that
right.
and yes, but he was in the first fight anyways.
Mhm.
I think these two, if he does this, and honestly, if I was him, you have no reason not to because you're not the champ anymore. Just just go for it. You're gonna
yeah,
get
sell
taken down
out.
either way. Just yeah,
Yeah.
you're
Go for broke.
the first fight he was very hesitant to exchange because he didn't want to get taken down. Well, guess what, bud? You're gonna get taken down, so you might as well swing that
Yep.
left hook like you're swinging it to just finish the
Yeah,
fight. But yeah, if it's either he connects and knocks him out on just a his power, or he gets dominated for 4 or 5 rounds. Maybe he gets choked out. But I think Yuri and Khalil will be a good fight. But I will say I think the Marab and Corey fight will be better than people think, and only because of Marab.
yeah,
Marab is Marab is one of those grapplers who only grapples when he's like, oh, I need to grapple. He will
Yeah.
stand up and try to fight.
Yes.
Habib
I
was
think
Habib would come out and be like, "I take you to the ground.
we're
I'm
going
gonna
down.
throw a
I
leg
slice."
kick and
Yeah,
then
and
yeah,
I'm
we're
I'm
going down.
shooting. I don't care. And then even Islam will stand up with you once you're gassed. But at the beginning, shit, he is shooting for double legs
I'm
and single legs.
diving at
Yeah,
eggs.
and then even if you stuff
The,
it, he's
the
grabbing your back, and then he's just gonna tire you out. Wrist control, wrist control. Then he'll get up and then swing with swing, 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 and then as soon as you swing back, I brother,
uh,
brother, I shoot for leg. You have to come to the ground with me.
do you believe that Sanhagen is the best striker that Marab has fought?
No, no,
Who's
I think the best.
who's who?
I think O'Malley's strike
I
game
don't.
is
I think
is
Peter Yan. I think
I was
O'Malley.
like,
I think O'Malley probably power wise,
he has
probably,
distance jabs.
but
He has distance jabs that he throws the
well,
best.
distance
O'Malley
straights.
does.
I think I honestly I want to see Sanhagen O'Malley fight. I think O'Malley is a good striker, a great
I
striker even. I think Peter Yan is more well-rounded. I think Sanhagen is a little bit more well-rounded too. The issue that I have with Sanhagen is, and I told you this whenever he fought Peter Yan, is that he does too much dumb shit.
Yeah, he
It's
does too much
what
fancy
it
shit.
got
Yeah.
him taken down by Peter Yan every round. He's
Yeah.
okay. I'm
Stop
getting
throwing
distance. I'm getting distance.
spinnies.
Spinning back elbow, and
Yeah.
then Peter Yan would duck
Flying
it, take
knee.
him down. Yeah, and he's just getting
Stop
taken
throwing
down.
flying
You
knees.
can't
Stop
do that again. Yeah,
throwing.
Marab's just going to take you down and beat the hell out of you.
I think he goes into this fight with a little more of a strategic approach because I think sometimes he does that shit just to be like, oh, I think I'm gonna catch him off guard with my timing. This makes sense to do,
Oh,
and
it's
then he
not.
gets him. Yeah, but he gets himself in trouble.
Yeah, you here.
I will.
I'll
I
give
just
you a
don't think
prediction.
Marab's ever gonna lose because he's so fucking relentless
I'll
in his
give you guys
attacks,
a
bro.
prediction. I'll give you guys a prediction. This is what happens. Marab dominates Corey Sandhagen. They try to talk Marab into going up to what is he at? Bantamweight, featherweight. He does
Yeah,
not want to go up to featherweight because he doesn't want to fight Volk, even though I think he probably would beat Volk. He instead decides to make a little bit of extra bread. He fights Umar again, and Umar beats him.
I was kind of when Umar fought him the first time. I thought Umar was doing pretty damn good. I
And
was
then he
kind of
broke his hand.
surprised. Yeah,
yep.
I was kind of surprised he lost the fight because I felt like the first couple of rounds that I was actually paying attention to, Umar is piecing his ass up and
Yep.
out wrestling him.
Yep.
And I was
And
like,
then he
wow,
broke
he
it.
ended
He
up
broke
losing.
his hand and he couldn't
Yeah,
throw it. And Umar was like,
Yeah,
or Marab was like, oh. And then in the fourth and fifth round is where
gosh,
Marab was like, all right,
goddamn,
get your ass over here. But
that
that was,
goddamn
and
island.
you
well,
know
just
damn
come meet
well,
me on the mat, son.
Habib probably tied him up when they got back to Dagestan and just beat the shit.
Just
Dude,
brother,
that
brother,
that
why
your
you
name is
lose fight?
Nurmagomedov.
I'm
You do
telling you,
not
bro,
lose a fight.
I'm taking the island of Dagestan against a gorilla. every time.
every single time.
I don't care, man. There's too many of them. It's
Too many,
literally
and they're
like an
all
ant.
good.
It's like an ant colony.
And if not them, I'm going Georgia because that's
Yeah,
fucking
the Georgians. Yeah,
Marab, fucking Ilya.
yeah,
Yeah,
Ilya.
they're fucking crazy.
I mean, what do y'all make of Elia saying that shit that he said about Bud?
He's trying to make money. Bud would beat the fuck out of him. We've seen it. This is literally almost he again, people say that Ilya is a Connor like carbon copy. That's all he's trying to do. He will
Yeah,
get fucking embarrassed in a boxing match with Terrence Crawford.
I think it was weird that he said it. It's kind of like there was no
He's trying to make
world
some bread.
where, yeah,
I
y'all's
just,
paths were crossing. There was nothing that was really said. Like it seemed kind of dumb. It did seem like a reach. And I think it's
I just
just
want,
because that Ilya could box a little bit. That's the only reason why he said it.
I just want so bad for, I want so bad for, oh, what's his name?
Jake Paul.
Islam, bro. I just want Islam to fight him, so
Who,
Islam can
Ilya?
shut his ass up.
He's
Yes,
well, he's about to fight Jack
Jack
Miller
Della, yeah,
Della Miller.
Maddalena.
Yeah.
Della
That, by
Maddalena.
the way, that fight card, because after the 321 fight card's garbage. The 322's fight card is pretty solid too, man. Islam and Jack Della Maddalena, and then Valentina Shevchenko and
Oh, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Zhang,
Zhang
and then you got
Weili.
Leon Edwards and Carlos Prates.
Carlos Prates is about to beat the fuck out of Leon Edwards. I like Leon.
Yeah.
That head kick shit was cool, but like,
That was a
brother,
while ago. That was like 2 years ago.
that was a long time ago.
Tracy
But
Cortez is on that fight card. She's pretty
Aaron
solid.
Blanchfield? No, she's
Hmm.
gonna get took down by Aaron Blanchfield and
mm.
laid on for about 15 minutes. That's a
uh,
short fight card. That's kind of a short fight card.
yes,
Yeah,
but
it's
Just
not
looking
very
at
it's
it
big.
still
now.
they'll probably start
It's a
adding to
ways.
it.
As I say,
Oh, Bo
it's a
Nickel
ways out.
fights.
Does Bo Nickel bounce back
Fuck
after
yeah,
getting
he
his
bounces
ass
back.
whooped
Yes, he
by
bounces
Renee
back.
DeRitter?
Yes, he bounces back, and then he fights somebody else, probably like what's his name? Oh my God, the freaking dude that Izzy knocked out and ruined, Paulo Costa.
Oh.
And Paulo Costa probably beats the hell out of him. Probably beats him to death. And
God dang it,
Yeah.
man! UFC needs Izzy to come back.
they want him to come back and fight. He said he wants to fight like two or three more times.
Yeah.
What
He's old. I didn't
222?
realize he's as old as he is.
Fuck
He's
yeah.
like 37, 36,
Yeah, he's old.
37, something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Umar fights at 321.
Yeah,
Mario Batista, he's gonna beat the hell out of him, and afterwards he's gonna put that damn afro on. Brother,
Yeah.
Marab, you do
For
not
for
beat
the
me. I
title.
will beat you, brother. You send me location, brother. Send me location. Yeah.
it's
Nah,
crazy. It's
yeah.
like the whole island had a meeting and was like, "All right, we're we're gonna train really hard and we're just gonna take over the UFC.
There's nothing else to do.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
these Americans."
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to do.
And I will say in Cormier's like podcast that he was on with Shannon Sharp, he
Yeah,
explains it perfectly. He was like, what like they work harder because it's their means to a way out. Like
Yep.
what's there?
Yep. There's nothing there, and that's the way that they get out. And he's like in
That's
America,
how they
it's like
provide for their family.
well, it's in America, you have football, basketball, baseball,
Yeah.
wrestling, and stuff like that. You don't really have as many kids, even with the explosion of the UFC, that want to train just mixed martial arts. And he was like, over there, that's it. There's none of that
That's all
shit.
they
There's no
fucking
football,
got.
there's no basketball, there's no baseball, there's none of that. It is literally combat sports. And
Yep.
so they take that, come over to the UFC, which the baseline of everybody should be wrestling, and then they just take you into deep waters. And what did
Hmm.
Khabib say? I like to take people out to deep waters and make them find things out about themselves. Yeah, fuck that.
Hmm.
Yeah, that sounds like Megalodon. I'm cool.
Yeah. It was
I'm
I
cool.
mean, it was the
bro.
perfect explanation whenever I watched that. I was like, I mean, yeah, there's so many other means that we have that we're kind of spoiled with,
Hmm.
but them, it's like, nah, bro. Like that's it.
And that's
That's all they
why there is
want to
no
do.
American-born champion
Champion
in the UFC
right now.
men's
Who
division. Kayla
who
Harrison,
is
she's it.
who is the last one?
John
Who's the
Jones,
last one?
John Jones.
Bones,
John
Uh,
bruh,
Jones.
fucking
Bones.
vacated his shit.
Yeah, now you're trying to come
It's,
back.
yeah, because his charges got dropped, my boy.
You're right.
He
You're right.
retired and was like, oh shit, I got a scandal.
I want to
I
get on
gotta
that
handle
White
this.
Hard. I want to get on that White House card. Dana, Dana.
Which do y'all know when that is supposed to happen? Is there any
Next
like
Next
year,
summer.
timetable?
yeah, they said
Yeah,
like
Next year?
next
next
year or the
summer.
year after. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they said Connor is supposed to fight Michael Chandler. That fight was supposed to happen 2 years ago.
Mac
Now it's
Jones.
who?
Mac Jones.
Who?
Exactly. 281-330-8004. Hit
Hit
Mac
Mike
Jones up
Jones.
on the low.
Hit Mac Jones up on the
Yeah.
low, baby.
But anyways, fellas,
I guess they just made that fight official though, Isaiah.
which one?
The Connor Michael Chandler at the White House.
Good.
Yeah, because he withdrew from the presidential race, so he's been back in the testing field for a
Yeah,
couple
yeah,
months
he has.
now.
He has to be in it for like I think they said like 6 to 12 months,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and have clean tests, and then he can fight. Um, if
Sad he broke out of
honestly,
the
it wouldn't surprise me
presidential
if
race.
Connor fought before that, just to get a warm up fight because
I think
I
he
don't.
should.
I put this on here right now, and this is 10 push-ups on anybody that wants to take it. Connor starches Michael Chandler. I don't care what version of Connor he starches
I
Michael
don't
Chandler.
think Michael Chandler was ever really that good
He
though.
really is. He's just explosive. He's an exciting
Yeah.
fighter,
Yes.
but he gets
He's a
hit
warrior in there.
a
Yeah,
lot.
he'll go
I
out
was
on
gonna
a
say, but
shield.
anytime he fights
Anybody?
like an established fighter, he gets pieced up or choked out. One of the two.
Yeah.
His
I just
best
feel like
win
Because
in
he's
the
reckless. That's
his best win
his
in the
best win was
UFC is
Ferguson.
I would say Dan Hooker.
Yeah. I'm looking at it now just to give perspective to the listeners. If the fight is set for next summer, which would be June, July,
Or
Conor
August.
McGregor, yeah, or August, Conor McGregor has not fought anybody in the UFC since July 10th of 2021.
Dr.
hell yeah,
Stoppage.
It'll
hell
be
yeah. 5 year gap.
5 years. 5 fucking years. That's
Hell
worse
yeah.
than John Jones. And John Jones took 3 years off.
And you see
And I
what
was
John
like,
Jones did when he came back?
winning titles.
There you go.
Winning titles. Never lost in the UFC
Never lost.
except for
You
that
know,
112-6.
you want to know we get ready to wrap this up? You want to know a actual fact about Conor McGregor that people don't actually think about? So people will rank Conor McGregor as a top five, top 10 lightweight fighter of all time. Do you
Mhm.
know that Conor McGregor has won one lightweight fight his entire career in the UFC?
And that was that against
Eddie
Aldo?
Alvarez.
Oh,
Yeah,
Eddie
when
Alvarez.
he became champ,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
then he got
He
his ass beat the next time.
Habib fought
Well,
him, and then he got starched. He beat Cowboy, but that was a catchweight fight. They fought at
Yeah.
170, and then
hmm
Dustin Poirier twice.
yeah.
You could look at it now with the hindsight that we have, and any bigger name that Connor had fought after he became champion, he lost to him.
Well,
Yeah,
Other
but
I
than
was
Cowboy. Other than Cowboy.
Cowboy's a gatekeeper to me.
the
I think the
problem I
thing with
feel
Yeah.
like
Connor is
with
he just walked away. He
yeah.
should
Well,
have
and I
never
was gonna
went and
say
fought Floyd.
exactly what I was about because that changed his whole style because when he came
hmm
back, he stopped kicking. Like he used to do all these weird ass kicks and like
It
he
was his
had some of the craziest
stance.
kick games.
He had such a
And
wide stance, and it helped for his kicks.
I
And
think when he went up a
To
weight
155.
up to
Yeah.
lightweight, yeah, he got
Mhm.
slower
He got
because he was so fucking fast.
Yeah.
featherweight was his best weight class. He would have fucked everybody up at featherweight.
Hmm.
And once he went up to lightweight, he went up to lightweight to win the championship. He beat Eddie Alvarez. That division literally evolved overnight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Habib
There
came
was
out of
nothing in
nowhere.
it.
Yeah,
Yep.
and then
And then all of a
Habib
sudden,
came out of
everybody.
nowhere. Fucking obviously
Gaethje.
Islam, Gaethje,
Poirier,
Poirier came up to lightweight and fought
Max
better.
Holloway
Like,
came up.
yeah,
Mhm.
it just evolved like that overnight. Charles Oliveira, like all those dudes just came out of nowhere, and it was like, okay, this is nuts. But him at featherweight, he was fast, he was agile, and his power. He hit
Yeah,
people, and they went to fucking sleep.
Mhm.
I think his only fight at featherweight that he didn't finish was Max Holloway.
Yep. And that was a extremely young
That
Max.
was
Why
Max's
don't
like
they?
first or second fight ever.
Why does it? Why don't Max and Connor fight? Ouch, that would have been banging.
Max wanted him. Max don't give a fuck. He wants to fight Ilya again. And I'm sitting here like, Max, please don't do this to
Please,
me again,
please,
bro. Please
for your
don't do this to
legacy,
me again,
for
bro.
your
I
legacy, don't
can't.
do
I
it.
was depressed for like 3 months after that shit.
That
But
hurt my
please don't.
soul,
Yeah, I
bro.
don't want
Th-
no more.
There's like two fights in the UFC that I could look at and be like, God, that just broke my heart that that shit happened. And
oh
it's
shit.
literally when Max got knocked out and it's when Israel got knocked out by that person that his last fight in the UFC. Those two fights, I was like, God
Oh,
damn it, man!
mine was
I was like, I'm
obviously
so sad
Max,
now.
and then
Yeah,
when Silver broke his leg.
yeah, yeah. That one's up there.
When
Yeah.
Silver broke his leg, I was like,
I
Why?
felt like I felt
Why is
like
he
uh I felt like when
he was still
I
on
don't remember
top
what
though?
I don't remember if it was his last fight, but I know it was when he was on his way down. But somebody beat the shit out of BJ Penn. And
oh
his
yeah,
fucked his
everybody
face
beat the
up,
shit out of
bro.
Yeah,
And
BJ
I
I was
was
Penn,
like, at
like,
that point,
God, this dude was a double champ at one point. Jesus Christ,
and
what
then just
happened to him?
started getting beat. He was getting beat up at regular random bars in Hawaii. He just
Yeah.
got
yeah,
arrested like last week.
again.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, okay, I
Yes,
didn't
Yeah,
know
bro.
that.
bro.
Yeah, no, yeah, it was
Yeah.
sad watching BJ actually fought. He went back down to featherweight and he fought a young Yair Rodriguez. And
Huh.
Yair beat the fuck out of BJ.
Bro.
I was like, "Oh God,
Could
please
you
stop."
imagine if he actually cared and he trained? Like
Who,
really trained?
Yair or BJ?
BJ.
He would have still got his ass whooped. He was old and slow at that point.
No, I'm talking
Yeah.
about in his prime years. They said that that was like that's one thing that Joe Rogan always talks about. And
Yeah, but Joe Rogan's
like,
a dope fiend. He did
well,
train. He just wasn't.
other
He
fighters
did. He
talk about
did
he
train.
wasn't
He just
committed.
didn't. He didn't train as hard as, let's say, a GSP. His cardio wasn't. Whenever he had that crazy cardio, yes, he went on a tear where he was beating the fuck out of people. However, he did not fight GSP. So it's like,
Yeah.
yes, Joe, you're right. He did whenever he was training with X people, he went on a tear. But in that
Hmm.
tear, he did not fight anybody that was elite. And you're talking to the biggest BJ Penn fucking fan.
Yeah.
And yeah, I know for a fact he just didn't
I
fight
know what he
anybody that was
did.
elite. Yeah, it's like I agree with Joe Rogan. I agree that he while he was training with those dudes and he was doing like calisthenics and all kinds of stuff like that, his cardio improved. But he didn't fight anybody super elite. And then he fought Frankie Edgar fucking twice and he lost on my fucking birthday while he was training. While he was doing so yeah, like Joe, bro, stop doing smelling salts on your podcast, bro.
Bro, he hits them shits. Him and Joey Diaz get active on them smelling salts.
Him and Theo Vaughn get pretty active too. And
Yeah,
Theo will be
they're
like, "Oh,
crazy.
dude,
Oh
well, we
my
did this
God,
to ourselves, man. Oh, Joe,
that was crazy. It reminds me of this time back home whenever we had this kid that lived across the street and he like chasing rats and then he put them on a leash and walk them around the neighborhood. That's some shit that they I don't know how he comes up with it. I know we're tailing off, but his how his mind works to come up with false ass
well,
stories
you said he used to
that
do a lot
are
of cocaine. That's
hilarious.
why
Yeah.
his mind probably just
He was on like on MTV back in the day, bro. They
who
found like
Theo
archive.
before, yeah, as
Yeah.
he was, yeah. People don't realize that Theo had like a 2015 stand up on Netflix, and people just didn't know
It
about
was
him. And then
before he grew the mullet. Yeah,
yeah,
it
well, and
was
then
crazy.
TikTok happened, and then those little bitty like those little small snippets where people could just get the funny and not
Hmm.
like the build up plus the funny. It helped. It helped his career.
Take his shit off
But,
randomly too.
but fellas, we gotta wrap up here. I gotta go take a dump.
Yep.
All right, man.
Wait,
I gotta see if NFL Youngboy can put up more fantasy
yeah,
points
or
because
good luck with that.
they're getting their
Absolutely
ass kicked right now.
dumped. But we got some listeners. I've been seeing the numbers on YouTube and just the podcast on like Spotify and Apple Podcasts run up. So what y'all got to tell the listeners this week?
We trying to get monetized, so
Oh,
keep
bro, I
listening,
cuss way too much right now to get monetized. YouTube would
please.
yank this shit down so fast.
We're not controversial. We're just three friends that are trying to talk some shit. I mean, talk some S. I mean,
S face.
talk
As
topics.
face.
Talk topics with each other.
Yeah, S face.
So
Cam?
keep listening.
Ah, Trey McBride just
Man,
scored. Fuck.
man, just listen to the damn podcast. Shit.
X.
That's
That's
all
all.
I got. That's all I
That's all
got,
we
man.
want.
That's all we need.
Just listen to the podcast, comment, like. You ain't even got to listen to the whole thing if you don't want to. Just listen
You want
to
to
it. The
mash
first,
that follow button,
yeah, just hit the follow button, hit the fucking like button, and
like
that's
and
it.
subscribe.
Yeah, it ain't even that much. Just run the likes up. I don't care if you listen to it all or not. I don't care. And if you want to talk
Look,
some shit, maybe we can hop you on here for a second, and then I'll cuss you out,
That's
and then
right.
you can go.
Yeah. There we
Yeah, look,
go.
it ain't that deep. Just
It is
listen
that
to us,
deep.
please. Please.
Justin Herbert overthrows. But another week of the Red River Rundown. We'll be back next week. I appreciate y'all for listening. We out.